What's up? It's the Gigabyte Grizzly Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Zeke Mercer, one half of the Tag Team Champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndieWrestling.us and IndieWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Just Pro Wrestling News Podcast. No filler, no pop-ups. Production services by Sidekick Media Services. And listeners like you, supporting us at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait.
Oh my gosh, it is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Over 820 episodes of professionalized wrestling talk on a Tuesday. It's on Mike Sorgatron on the Twitter. Here in the Sorgatron Media Studios of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and I am unprepared for whatever is coming next. It has been a heck of a time, and we weren't even on the air. First of all, with me from Beacon, New York, the often ignored exit of anybody going to New England, it is Mad Mike.
I
You know how many friends the show blow right by your exit and don't even stop by to say hi?
You know, I mean, it's fine. It's not like I'm all alone.
Well, no, not anymore. At least that's good.
I mean, I kind of am. I got no one to go to the pay window with.
Well, we're gonna have to put that on Patreon now, so people know what we're talking about.
No. This is called a teaser, sort of.
Okay. We have some content for you guys this week, so.
Do we?
Oh boy.
Spoiler alert. It may change the way you watch wrestling.
Oh, yeah. You ready to have wrestling ruined for you? Make sure you listen to Patreon this week. And also with us, the ruiner of wrestling, Zeke Mercer.
That's not me.
That's my notepad. That's my notes.
You see how that is? Learn to work the switch.
What is happening? What is happening?
Hey guys, how are you?
Oh,
it's great to be back in Pittsburgh.
Why is everybody I know in wrestling so fucking weird this week?
Dude,
what is happening?
I'm just funny. I have a personality.
Okay. Oh, you found one.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I've actually always been this funny. I don't always show it.
You're coming out. You're coming out with the personality. Yeah. I love it. You know.
It's okay.
Keep having you on this show helps out.
I can be openly weird with you guys now.
That's right. That's right. We do not discriminate on weirdness on this
you
show.
might.
That's for damn sure.
In fact, we actually encourage it.
We do. It is encouraged. Sometimes to a fault.
It's to a fault that you have a list now of people who you have are monitored. Like who?
What?
Are you sure we can bring this person?
What are we? The podcast surveillance state? What are you talking about?
It can't be anything you want to be, Michael Sword.
Well, Sword, we have to make extra precautions if Jimmy DeMarco ever comes back.
That is true.
And what about Noir?
Noir. I was like, that's why I was like about to ask. Are you hanging out with Noir a lot? Is that
no,
what it's doing?
I'm not. But
what is happening, man? You got a lot of energy tonight.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just so glad that summer is actually over.
What, you just hate summer? What?
No, it's just.
What is?
It's been too.
You ready to go hibernate with your belt and just?
It's not really
no defenses for 3 months, guys.
No, it's gonna be defensives. I gotta still do those.
That's right. You do still take your February month off.
Yeah, my
situation.
in December, all of January month off.
All of January month. That's how you.
Look, man, I started in February. That's my beginning of the year. It's February.
Yes. Okay.
January, no, screw that. You ever try to go to Altoona in January?
Yeah, no, I got stuck in a snowstorm coming back from Altoona.
So you understand why I say, fuck Altoona.
It's one of the 3 reasons that I'm done with Altoona wrestling. So.
One of 3, guys.
One of 3 reasons.
If you know the other 2, please email us at goodtimes@wrestlingmanshow.com.
Yes. I don't know the whole email. I've been doing this show for how many years?
It's gonna be somebody going, Altoona, I live there. I get it. So.
I mean, I had
and
to
those
pass.
are the other 2 reasons.
Yes, they are.
I had to pass by Altoona multiple times this summer.
Yeah.
Because it's actually damn, everything goes through Altoona.
That's right. That's right.
Get on this state.
It is. It really does. Anyways, before we go,
Jeff Salmon's a much better place anyway.
I almost wanted to go up to Scranton and do the office tour. I might have to do that in November when I go back. Mike, I'm not far from you when I'm over there, aren't I?
Probably not.
We should rendezvous.
I mean,
the place I stay has water slides.
I love a water slide.
Oh, I know where that is.
Actually, I think there's a lot of places with indoor water parks in that area.
Yeah, but
if
it's the one near Scranton, I think I know.
No, I'm talking about in that area. Yeah, there are multiple.
Yeah, I know, but is there a giant bucket there that dumps a lot of water on?
I don't know. I've never gone into it because it's just you drive up and you see the slides, and I check in and wait a fucking half an hour to check in, and.
Well, instead of waiting, you should go on the water slides.
I don't think.
No, because I have work to do. I have to set up a show when I get there. Anyways, this is the
A
Wrestling
show
Mayhem
at the
show.
water slide?
No,
Hell
it's in a
yeah.
ballroom that has no service, which
that's
which is a problem when you're doing an internet pay-per-view.
You had me at water slide, dog, and you lost me at ballroom. If it ain't Hammerstein, don't mention
Somebody's gonna walk up to you at a show and then whisper in your ear, "Water slide."
it. Gosh darn it! I want a goddamn water slide. Actually, I did not swim at all this summer. Thank God, I hate swimming.
I haven't either. I stay at a
Hey,
lot of
let
places.
me
with
clarify
pools.
something. I can swim.
Okay.
I hate swimming. Those are two different factors.
I hate swimming when other people are around.
No, I just don't like swimming at all.
I hate sharing a pool with somebody.
That's also
right?
true.
Yeah.
All my friends.
Like we got great pools here in the city, but it'd be great if it wasn't for the people. You know. Anyways,
Thank you,
that's
Randall
enough.
from Clerks.
I'm scared now. Who's
I
Randall?
literally had a Clerk's Day when I did the last pay-per-view. I should not talk about this on air. I think I told you off air about how that went.
Keep it PG.
No, I want to be able to go back because that's my job. But anyways, Mayhem Show. This is the Mayhem Show. This is a Wrestling Mayhem Show, supposedly. We're at WrestlingMayhemShow.com and get us up at that email address.
Good time.
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. 412-206-WMS0 is the hotline. You can leave some messages, your thoughts on wrestles whenever you would like to. And also, we have a great conversation going on the Facebook page. And I'm sorry, on the group, excuse me. And sorry, I'm multitasking now because I realized something I didn't do. We are live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Facebook live for the Wrestling Mayhem Show, as well as YouTube, the Twitter. We have Twitter Spaces up as well going on. Oh, I should unmute that so anybody can listen to us. There we go. Let me fix that and turn on
I
captions.
thought you literally tried to do that before we went live.
Oh, no, I started it, but I didn't finish because you have to go in and unmute yourself and do the whole thing.
Oh,
You got to
if-
do the
if
whole
Zeke is
Twitter
not-
Spaces dancing.
If Zeke has taught us anything, you always make sure you have to finish.
Because hot finish.
Pay window.
A payment.
I don't get the whole scene saying that.
What is
Zeke,
that? Wow.
Zeke, are you changing your finisher name to Paywinda?
I could.
I feel like
I'm going
multiple people in the indies have that.
I've never heard
especially
it.
You've never really? You've never heard it?
I've never
Paywinda?
heard someone use the Finnish name Paywinda.
Oh, I'll definitely do it now. Oh, no, you just gave me a gimmick. You ruined it. For
I mean, I've
everybody.
definitely, like, somebody in Detroit, I think, does it or something.
Probably.
Or Cash Flow or something like that.
Probably, I think Cashflow does do something.
Oh, there's a guy named Cash Flow. That's right. So,
And House of Glory Wrestling.
anyways,
I know my wrestling.
more business. Patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Our friends at the fan of the show level, Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Ed Burke and Team Hammerfist at the Pop Club level. Our friends Dave Potter and Bobby F. J. Town, although I think he's moved a level, so I need to adjust that. Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz. And at the manager level, Bradley and the Mother of Dragons, Tina Keys. You guys can support the show too and have me say the name any way you want to at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Of course, so let's get into the wrestling talk, perhaps. No, we're going to talk with Zeke on about he had an experience going up to the Wrestle Queerdom show we discussed last night with Emily, or last week with Emily Fear.
I didn't even watch episodes yet. I've been so behind.
You should probably, especially since we talked about the event you were at.
No one told me that you guys were talking about that first.
Everybody was talking about that show.
I know. That's the crazy
Of
part.
course we were talking about that show because we plugged the show. So
Thanks, Bobby.
yes,
Support
because we
people
had
to-
you on to plug the show like a month ago or something, didn't we?
Advertisement.
So, here you go. Just support all
Support
of it.
wrestling. put that on a
Jeez,
t-shirt.
they're loving. Oh, Ronnie's in the chat room.
Where's Ryan? Where's Ryan?
What's that?
Which Ryan?
No, Ronnie.
Oh, Ronnie. You
that
said-
was Ronnie that was just on the call with us
yeah.
before the show.
Mr. Starks.
It's just
Yeah, we know him.
you're blowing up his spot. He's under a shoot name. But anyways, now everybody knows.
No one's gonna remember.
Son of a bitch.
If you work the crowd long enough, no one's gonna remember what happened.
Yes, just
Ronnie
like
who?
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Just like stop liking my shit with your shoot account, man. People are gonna figure you out. Come on.
People could.
I'm like, who's this guy? Oh, it's him.
Every name's a link, brother.
That's right. Wrestling. Do we want to talk about AEW stuff, Mike, or do we want to talk about the latest news today coming out of? Do we want to talk financial reports?
I don't know.
Do we want to become that show that's starting to talk
I don't
about
even know
financial
what
reports?
news you're talking about.
Let's stop acting like most wrestlers and wrestling fans are good with money. Okay, talking about the Q4,
Looking at you,
Q3.
looking at you with the championship belt at a wrestling show on a Saturday night.
There's
That's
a
my
reason
job,
people
goddamn.
talk about the pay window,
Pay
not the
window.
diversified portfolio.
Oh yeah, but let's act like we don't act like we actually know what we're talking about. We're talking about Q3 earnings. Like, don't act like Wrestle Talk has to like literally
First of all,
break it down for you.
First
Like,
of all,
this
we're
is
talking
good.
about delayed Q2 earnings.
I was
Okay.
gonna say it's
First of
Q2.
all,
I'm
I
about
mean,
to say
come
we
on.
should be actually talking about money because it's not like
the biggest news is Vince has to pay back like almost $2 million for the investigation that they did
Oof.
on him. So I mean, which I'm sure that's on between the cushions, right? So
somewhere.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's more than WCW, but I mean, he got it somewhere, I guess.
What?
It's more you pay for WCW.
Well, yeah, whatever you paid, right? So, I don't know. The WWE's been really kind of interesting lately. Like, and Mike, you brought this up to me because I saw it advertised last night about WWE Shop now under what was it? Fanatics is covering them. We have new, I believe they're NFTs, but they're not calling them NFTs. They're like online collectibles. They started pushing now.
There's a couple different things. There's actual NFTs, and then there's like trading card NFTs.
Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of different stuff.
Okay. So, like, sorry, just that marketing kind of caught my attention here in the last couple of days with watching some programming with WWE. So, you know, whatever that means, I don't know, and I don't know if that changes the quality of the stuff that's coming out of there. Because I'm not familiar. We were talking about a little bit off air, I think, before about the changes that was coming through. I think last week, right, Mike? And it's just like a different provider. It's like going to like. I'm presuming they're all in-house, like AEW uses Pro Wrestling Tees for all their merch stuff, right?
I would assume.
I would assume that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So whatever that means, I don't know. Which is also crazy that WWE pretty much handled everything in-house for so long, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like on the to the to the scale that they have, from the early days on, everything from your Ultimate Warrior throw blanket to
to your Tony D, the Don of NXT, foam Italian fingers.
yes, exactly, all of those things.
Which, by the way, I wish they sold those on Shop. In fact, I wish they sold any foam items on Shop.
They don't sell any foam items. Those are all.
I think it's a shipping issue.
Why?
I don't know.
They don't want us to have fun.
Size versus weight. That might be
Maybe.
actually. That
I don't
actually
know.
might be. T-shirts are really easy to kind of push out there. So.
Are they Sorg?
What's that? What?
Are they?
What?
Are they really?
DVDs are really easy to push. We know
Says
that
the
here
man that
in-house.
can make the DVDs.
I have a person that does that now.
See,
It's
Sorg,
my
that guy.
wife.
Oh, okay.
She took over the DVDs because I said we're not going to do DVDs anymore, and she's like, we can't get rid of DVDs. So many people that's how they do this, and the DVD business is doing okay. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's fine.
It's paying for the McDonald's trips.
The McDonald's trip. I don't McDonald's anymore. I'm on diet, sir.
Subway.
I'm washing my shit. No, not even Subway. I don't eat plastic, sir. Chipotle. Yes, we got the Chipotle.
Yeah, get that.
That's a
Chipotle.
problem. That's a problem.
Get that. I had Chipotle for the first time in like 4 years the other day. It's pretty good. I forgot about it. Totally forgot about it was good. I was like, yeah, it's part of the shits. Like, and then I went there. I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good.
Well, welcome back.
I guess. I just haven't really craved it.
Okay. All right.
Like, I kind of forgot it was a real place until
it was a real place.
until a friend of mine was like, let's go get
Chipotle. Chipotle is a real place.
I kind of forgot.
Twitter is not.
Twitter is definitely not a real place.
Yes.
But
So-
I
Nice.
somehow have a lot of freaking followers for no reason.
What's up, Mike?
Guys,
Mhm.
Andy Hartwell got a letter from Dexter.
No.
Index is back, baby.
Is that on show or on Twitter?
That's on the show.
Really? Oh, jeez.
Index is back, baby.
Oh, jeez. Now you have my attention, NXT.
Well, no. I bet Indy's coming to Raw.
That makes sense too.
Don't you just love wrestling?
This now, yes. WWE now, yes.
When people in charge who love wrestling are making wrestling,
And you can tell, right?
great.
You can tell. Like the AEW stuff, the Impact stuff, like now WWE stuff. You're just like, oh, everybody's just here to put on the show, right? Everything's just you know, the vibe. Like, you
They're
can
here to
feel
get
that
their
vibe.
shit in, Sork.
What's that?
They're here to get their shit in.
They're here to get their shit in, and they're allowed to get their shit
and
in.
they're gonna hit the pay window.
And they can hit the pay window. Wait, no. No.
Hit the pay window.
Jeez, he's gonna hit me with this.
Check your cash app. Pay window. Now it's the pay phone. You see what I did there? Bringing me
Oh God.
So it's gonna have me like banned from the show in like 2 hours.
No,
These like-
No, there's
we've
people
had
that are
way
worse.
worse
Yeah,
conversations.
come on,
I'm not
come
concerned
on.
about that.
No.
But I mean,
I'm glad you guys like
Zeke,
me.
you should now develop a Venmo driver.
Don't fuck with me. I will. I'm strong enough to.
Honestly, now that you,
I'm strong enough to. If I come up with a move that's called the Venmo driver, it's gonna look nasty. Then it's gonna have to be the pay window because I'm only hitting it when I'm getting paid.
I'm telling you, like honestly, now that you're a champion, be big money Zeke.
Y'all don't
Just
want to see
Big
everything.
money.
Y'all
Zeke.
don't wanna see that.
I want big
Y'all do
money
not
Zeke.
want to see big money
I
Zeke.
you don't want to be able to afford the wardrobe is the problem, right?
I don't want to carry that shit in my car.
It's like, what would big money Zeke be? Is it like a bunch of chains so you're gonna get nice shirts?
Could.
Is it get the shoes?
I know if I would be honest with you, if I would make a big money Zeke character, it
clothesline
would
from
it would
Zell.
literally be just like what's his name? I think Boosie Man or whatever his name, Birdman or wherever. How they act. You know who those rappers are?
I don't know Birdman. No, I don't know. But like the tracksuit, or is that what we're talking about?
Could be.
or just
There's a video of this one it's one video of this dude going like Drake, that rapper.
Okay.
I will make the character like him because that's funny. I think because I
You
forgot
can
who it
carry
is.
that.
I think
You
I
can carry
only
that.
know who that is
Sure.
from watching Up Down Down.
But you know what I'm
videos.
talking about though? Like
Yeah,
Drake,
yeah.
like that guy,
Drake!
like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
guy.
Like, yeah, I got it.
Money. And I will do that to the world end. Like someone's like, you know, he beat you like 2 weeks ago. Beat me? He didn't do anything. Where the camera at?
Jeez.
Where the footage? None. You didn't do shit. It's big money Zeke top.
that's useful on the indies because
Book
a
my
lot of
match.
places aren't filmed, so you can.
Book the match work.
Oh, jeez. I don't know what to do with this right now. I don't know what's there's so
I
much.
hijacked the show,
There's
guys.
so much happening. Mike, what's got your attention in the news lately?
I don't know.
Dude,
No, honestly, I haven't seen a lot of news. Like just gearing up for like Clash of the Castle so far looks pretty good.
Mhm.
All Out looks pretty good so far for what they've booked. They haven't booked that much yet, but I don't know. Like I haven't really seen too much in the way of news. Like it's everyone like, oh, when's Bray Wyatt coming back? I'm like, I honestly don't know if I need Bray Wyatt right now.
Mhm.
that's a scary thought, ain't it? We don't need
It's
a
been so
certain person.
long. It's gonna be such a surprise when he pops up
Oh, it's
because
it's gonna happen.
because he's been out for like over a year, right? So
Yeah.
and whenever he does, like I'm so afraid of Bray Wyatt coming up in another company, and it turns into when Goldust would turn up in another company. You know what I mean? Like, it's the only thing I can't shake off my head.
Are you
is-
thinking Black Rain in AEW?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm thinking is Black Rain, like that, or the weird.
But see, the thing is, like, if Bray Wyatt showed up in AEW right now, it'd be kind of derivative of what the House of Black is doing.
Right, but you don't know. Like, he could have another idea. Like Bray's a smart guy.
I would love to see if he just had an idea to just be like wholesome Wyndham Rotunda.
Yeah, I think he just
Like honestly, like just go completely 180
That
from
would kinda
everything
scare
that
me
was the
more.
Fiend from the cult leader, and just
Mhm.
be like, "Hi, my name's Wyndham, and I'm here to wrestle you."
Oh,
like-
no. He's about to
like-
kill you.
and he
I-
teams
I
up with
don't know.
Brock Anderson. Right.
You know what?
Yeah.
Honestly, that works.
Mm-hmm.
That fucking works. Wyndham Rotunda and Brock Anderson, sure. And
Sorry,
hell,
brother.
loop in
Sorry.
Brian Pillman Jr. Get him away from the Varsity Blondes.
What's your heat with the Velocity Blondes?
I don't have heat with them. I'm just saying,
It's like you was
no,
like
I'm
wishing
saying,
for
I'm
that
saying
to
you get
happen.
a Rotunda and Anderson and a Pillman together. That,
He
You're
said
just
we're gonna
like,
make some money, boys.
that's proven successful.
Welcome to 1993 WCW.
Wrestling's
Welcome to
basically.
AEW booking 2022.
Yeah, yeah.
But we're about to make the 90s look like nothing compared to this. Watch this. Fireworks. Watch it. It's gonna be crazy though. I love wrestling. I love wrestling. Like it's really crazy. Like I really don't watch it. I more like experience it now. Because I wrestle like pretty often. So like I don't know, seeing that like, you know, Punk just came back too.
Yep.
That's so fucking weird. Like, oh yeah, I forgot Punk was champion. Like it's unfortunate I think he broke his foot. Was he broke it? Or
His
like,
leg or his foot or something. Yeah,
something.
I think it was-
Unfortunately, that happened. You know, Dean had to step up for that.
Mhm.
You know, but like actually, like seeing his music hit and he's coming down and like she's throwing people around. It's like, oh my god, I kind of forgot that this man's back in wrestling, and he's gonna be on a card in North America. If you think about it, like holy shit, he's actually. Oh yeah, and now Triple H is running WWE. At least the career side. So oh shit, Impact is doing well. Edwards doing well. It's like, guys, we're like in a we really are in like another wrestling boom.
Yep. It's like reboomed. Like everything's finally kind of back around from COVID, right? Like
Pretty
and then
much.
some. Like WWE was the only kind of laggard a little bit. At least in interest, I would guess for the rest of us. I mean, not that WWE's been doing bad. I mean, they are packing like 70,000 people a night for WrestleMania, and
I mean, hey, if you can swing it, you can swing it. I mean, they did it. So
yeah, they did it. Like they're still a machine, and a lot of people like what they're doing. Obviously us more discerning wrestling fans.
Well, I mean, I
that
even
have
heard, like,
podcasts.
I even heard like Tony Schiavone say in there because like I was listening to something, I forget if it was like with Brian Gewirtz or something like that about his new book. That Tony Schiavone was talking about the tribalism between the wrestling fans. He's like, I'm an AEW employee. Let me tell you, WWE does not suck. Like,
dude, but this
like
is,
they know
this
it.
is always the thing because, and this is we were just talking on Awesome Cast earlier tonight, and I was alluding to a lot of things honestly about what the wrestling community. You're like, oh, it's a talk. Like I understand as a wrestler, it's harder to silence the shitty part probably of social media. But I know for us regular Joes and Josettes on the Twitter
and Joe Dems
and and what
no you kept
And Joe Mamas.
and
Joe
Joe
Mamas
Mamas
and
and
Joe
Joe Sons and Joe's daughters and
Joe Dirts.
what the fuck are we doing? What was my point again? Like you can do a lot of training of those and muting and just eject the stuff. Do not engage and eject negativity.
One of the best things I've done for myself on Twitter is I've just muted the word ratings.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you?
That's good.
I muted
That's
the word
good.
ratings and I muted the word demo.
That's
I gotta
that's a
start doing
good
that.
call.
Yeah. You know
That's a really
Honestly,
good call.
because it just gets rid of so
Generally,
much trash.
Hashtag mute the rating.
most of my Twitter is wrestling, as in like people on indie shows, clips, a lot of clips of Japanese wrestling, a lot of clips of old WWF wrestling or WWE wrestling, like hot promos and things. Like, I mean, look at the stuff I share. That's most of what I'm sharing over on the Mayhem show, right? And like it's a wonderful place until something shitty happens in wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if something truly shitty happens in wrestling and people, but unfortunately, the unfortunate part is I only see everybody reacting to it, and it's hard to track back what actually fucking happened. This is my problem.
You know what else? You know what else is weird about that? Being like a part of the center of something tragically happening.
Yes, and we'll get into that in a
That's-
moment. But like that was one of the things. Or I don't understand why everybody's mad at Effie right now. You know,
People
like,
are mad at Effie?
I think so.
For what?
And
No,
it's nothing. It's nothing I want to
Oh,
get
it's
into
because
because I think it's stupid.
Oh, it's because
what
of
I
the-
understand of it, at least, I don't think I 100% know the entire situation, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of a bullshit internet.
Yeah,
thing.
no, I at least from what I've been able to gather from the situation, people are likening it to Joey Ryan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they talk about the moves that he does like are lewd and not agreed upon, but then like the person that they were calling out with it was like, no, I'm with it, and I think it's hilarious, you know.
And I'm like,
So-
he just made out with John Moxley in the middle of a GCW ring.
Right,
Like,
exactly.
I'm pretty sure everyone who gets in the ring with Effie knows what an Effie match is.
Oh, yeah.
I would hope so.
Here's
I
the
would- yeah.
here's the thing. I think especially your fans of wrestling, There was because I guess we all been scarred by Joey Ryan. Let's be honest, like that.
Mhm.
Like his rise and what he's like infamous for.
Or other people that we have supported that
Right.
have
And
turned
the
out to be
difference-
a problem.
The difference is
Yeah.
like, you know, especially
Where
the
do
Joey.
you keep going with this shot?
I don't know.
swear you were centered when I started. How do you?
I'm
keep-
moving.
You're just
I'm
like
moving.
you're like
It doesn't catch the vibes.
you're like
buddy.
a sponge at the bottom of the Atlantic, just slowly moving across inch by inch
I can do whatever I want.
across the
Watch this,
couch.
watch this.
What are you doing?
But no, with especially with fans, they like to try to find the next Joey Ryan. I think they're trying to find some reason
So-
to hate
yes,
or dislike or discredit someone.
there is a set of, I don't even want to call them fans. This happens on so many levels of things. I've been having a lot of conversations with people about this that are in certain communities, and this happens in every community too.
Right.
You know, from wrestling to Star Wars to other communities that we'll talk about today. Like there's just people that are seeking either.
They're always trying to yuck someone's yum.
Pay window. Exactly.
No.
Um,
That's
I
a
know what
phrase.
I'm trying to
No.
illustrate what
There-
you mean by that. I think
There's someone
They were
always.
like, yo,
there's
there
someone
is
always
a
trying.
whoa. That was a gang of scooters that just
Yeah.
went by. Did you see that?
I saw that.
There was like 4 or
Oh,
5
they riding.
scooters.
They're riding.
Short
right.
Those
term.
are
Team
sorry, they're
Rocket.
all rentals, but
Was it Team Rocket?
I think it was
Shit.
it was something.
Was that the recruiting?
It was that was
But
weird.
no, like those people.
Um,
It's just some people just want to like drag your name to the dirt for no reason.
Yeah,
Yeah, there are
looking
always
for
people trying to like
something.
if they see something popular, they're always trying to drag it.
Well,
down.
here's
It's
the
the
thing.
people they'll like leave negative reviews for something like Miss Marvel or something because they
well,
don't
right,
they don't identify with theirs.
Right, and here's the thing I would say, especially the difference between like Joey Ryan and Effie, right?
Mhm.
Obviously, if you look at the timeline of wrestling, Joey Ryan was here before Effie. If you don't think that Effie learned or anyone else learned from what Joey Ryan did, and two,
Well,
most I think all wrestling matches, whatever you see in a wrestling match, was agreed upon.
mhm.
So you shouldn't just like say like, oh well, this
No.
doesn't like it was agreed upon.
and Joey-
How
and
about you
also,
ask the person that
Joey
was involved?
Joey Ryan didn't invent this shit.
No,
he did not.
Adorable
No, no, no.
Adrian Adonis was doing this back in the 80s.
Right.
No,
When you could get for real attacked.
Yeah.
yes,
like-
yes.
Like hardcore for doing stuff like that.
They-
Like watch the matches between Adonis and Piper. Like my God, it's essentially like watching Moxley and Effie.
Goldberg or Goldust and Piper.
Goldust and Piper too.
Like,
Yeah,
Oh, that I never connected that.
Goldust and Piper was a little bit more
Risque.
kind of aggro.
Yeah. Oh, it
little
was.
bit more
But
aggro.
also-
It was. Unfortunately, that was the tone of the '90s. So around that kind of stuff.
But
so.
also when it comes to people like Effie, especially Effie, 'cause I think that's the focus here, right? So you gotta understand that Effie's like kind of working in this like big network
Mhm.
of people who's like on TV, well-known legends,
Yeah.
and you really think
She's had Moxley and Jeff Jarrett in the same year.
so?
What
Okay,
is this?
so like right, so you really think people are going to work with someone that is known to like I guess shoot whoever they really want in the ring? Like no,
Mhm,
like
mhm.
Effie is truly a professional because obviously he has all these people who want to work with them. How you know that, Zeke? Look what he's in. Look what he's getting booked in. Look what he gets to do. All these people.
Just look at his cage
Just
match
look
profile.
at what he's
I
doing.
literally pulled it up now because I'm like, who
All
else has
these
he worked
people
with?
want
Yeah.
to work with him.
Yeah.
So you have to understand.
He is so
money.
smart. Again, I will go back to the 45-minute hour conversation I had with him where we basically talked about marketing. You
Yes.
know, like he knows what the hell he's
Oh
doing.
my
gets
God,
it.
Effie
Now-
had a match with Delirious.
Of course he
Yes,
did.
he did.
Of course
Oh,
he did.
People
Yes.
want to
Watch
work with
that.
Effie because
Yeah.
he is smart and knows what he's doing.
Mhm.
He is not going to do anything that will ruin his reputation.
No.
Like if he's as smart as we're claiming him to be, he
No,
will
no,
not
his
put
reputation-
You
like-
guys,
like
within a week, Effie had a match with Pimpinella Escarlata
Oh yeah.
and PCO.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I
Like,
bet they loved it.
it's like if you make your own playlist on Spotify. Like when you go to Eminem to Britney Spears, that's Effie's career.
The man is doing
Huh.
it all. But
Huh.
here's the thing, like
He wait. So Effie is the Spotify playlist
actually,
of professional
okay, and
wrestling.
Oh
If
shit.
you go 2 weeks, here's this run Effie had in the beginning of April. Minoru Suzuki, Charlie Haas,
Hell yeah.
Pimpinella Escarlata,
Hell yeah.
the Briscoes, Nick Wayne,
Let me know my
and
spot, brother.
PCO.
Uh-huh.
That's 6 matches in a row.
Oh my God.
Entirely different performances.
That's almost an entire Impact Wrestling pay-per-view right there.
And you know what I'm gonna say to him? Welcome to the pay window.
Oh, and right before Suzuki, a submission match with Mike Bailey.
Oh hell yeah! You see what I'm talking about?
Submission match with Mike Bailey?
Hell
A submission
yeah.
match with Mike Bailey.
See, people, if he was trying to shoot on people and get his shit in the wrong type of way, he would not have those matches. You
Same.
think that level of like his stardom with Infamy would not mix well? Like he
also?
Dude, that's like someone's best year in pro wrestling.
Yes.
That's some people's entire
like on the
career.
indies.
That's
someone's best
he
year.
is
This was 2
killing
weeks.
it. So all those fans who want to sit here and say, "Oh, no one's agreeing to his spot. He's just like Joey Ryan." You're not paying
First
attention.
of all, and the fans
You're
don't.
not
and
paying
and
attention.
let's be and jeez, the fans do not know how wrestling works.
No, they do
The
not.
fans on this level that are talking these conversations think they, and again, this is always a problem. Just like a Star Wars fan thinks they know how a Star Wars movie comes together and doesn't understand why certain things happen. It's a big complication thing with thousands of people involved. You know what I mean? Like pro wrestling, you do not understand. Listen, I have been doing this. I've been doing this podcast. I have been working very close to professional wrestling since 2008. There's literally stuff about how certain things happen on TV I do not understand and fully admit it. I will pontificate and fully wild speculation because that's what a podcast is for. But damn it, like to go in and think that wrestling works this way and is not agreed upon and stuff like that, like this in this situation is very ignorant. And I don't know how. I think it's willfully ignorant, to be quite honest. And I don't know how to educate to that point, other than literally showing more of the business of these people. But I don't think that's appropriate for something like this.
No,
So
because the reason why in the past wrestling was so closely guarded
Mhm.
is because if everyone understood how this worked, anyone can do it.
Yes.
And it kind of just doles down the magic of professional wrestling.
And that did.
If you
and
want
as,
to be,
as some vets will say, that kind of happened.
yes,
Right.
But
I mean,
I will say there are some things that, even though they claim that this happened, there's just some things that fans still don't know to this day.
right.
And I will say this: if you, as an individual, want to be a part of wrestling, get trained or start working with promotions.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the only way. You cannot just look at wrestling and think, "Oh, I can book a card."
Like still.
And you know what? I'm going to just I'm just going to do it. Or I've been playing SmackDown versus Raw for the past 12 years.
Mhm.
I'm going to get in the no. There's a reason. If someone just did can you imagine if someone treated that like the NFL? Like some kid who never played football was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to try for the Seattle Seahawks.
Or you know what?
And you
Or
don't look at
even
him like
running
this
a
kid-
marathon.
Yeah. And
Running a marathon. You don't get up one day and decide you're going to run a marathon without any kind of training.
Right.
and if you do, you're going to regret it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't wake up one day as like,
This is bullshit.
yeah, this is bullshit. I'm going to walk to the
Now-
combine.
Which actually, I think that's the
Now,
first week at
all
most
this
wrestling
being
training.
Said, all
Hell
this being
yeah.
said, when we talk about storylines and stuff, that's a little different.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
storylines.
That's not
no,
the
wait.
physical aspect.
That
of it, because
is-
storytelling is storytelling.
Storytelling is storytelling, but again, storytelling is not as clear as here's the story, let's go.
Right.
Like
of course.
you don't know the back, and I think Mike, you and I have this conversation a lot, don't we? Whereas yeah, but what are the backstage dynamics? Maybe something happened with this person. Maybe this has happened. And, it's not a clear cut. Here's the story. Let's go. Why the fuck aren't we doing this? Why do we do this next week? Probably because somebody got hurt or something else happened or somebody got in a movie role, right? And now we got to move around. CM Punk got hurt, and
that's
we just
true.
rewrote the entire summer of AEW, right?
And that happens, but also people want to just write stories in wrestling without understanding that you're working in the world of fictionalized
Yes.
combat.
Yes.
Which means that we don't operate the same as, I don't know, any of the Rocky movies, any of, we don't operate the same. They're like, why would you do that? Why would you have a wedding?
Well,
But wrestling weddings
right.
are, for example, are staples in wrestling.
Yes.
Effie didn't do them first. WWE didn't do them first. There were other companies and territories who's done wrestling.
Haystacks Calhoun and the family did it first,
So,
I think.
You gotta understand, someone looking, it's like, why would we do that
Mad
wrestling
Dog
wedding?
Vachon did a
But
Yeah, that's right.
But in the world of fictionalized combat as professional wrestling, this makes sense for a certain character to do. While we have celebrations and talk shows in wrestling, when wrestling is supposed to be a combat sport, I don't know, maybe because it fits in the world of professional wrestling, and it's the only time it really does. Like, sure, you can have a musical where someone can like talk about something horrible and then they start singing, but it only works in musicals. You couldn't do that in the Avengers movie. And if they did, and if they did,
although it could,
it could. Like
in a
they,
Deadpool movie,
they did it in the show Magicians too. But also, Magicians has its own like fictionalized world with its own world building.
Yeah.
Zeke, have you ever watched Legends of Tomorrow?
Yes. No, wait, no. Is that DC?
Yeah.
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 DC.
No, I gave up.
There's one episode in the most recent season, I think, where for some reason, because Magic and Constantine, 15 minutes of the episode turns into Disney animation.
Are you serious?
Yes, swear to God.
See, that's funny though. But see that,
it's wonderful.
It works
but that
there.
works
It works there.
in that world because
Yes.
it's
Of
contextualized.
course.
Yeah. It was
Anything works in the world if you do the work to define
And
it.
right,
Like, look at Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground is
Right.
fucking time
But you-
travel.
right.
but you know why all professional wrestling like pretty much works and my stories work? Because it's done by professional wrestlers.
that
Not-
understand that understand the limits of
They
that
understand
storytelling.
like when everyone like complained with the Fed writing storylines. They was basically just writing TV. It wasn't pro wrestling. It was just TV with pro wrestling
a
elements in it.
variety show, if you will.
A variety show, if you will. But when professional wrestling is written out and like it's done in the context of professional wrestling, it makes sense. You don't have to like stretch your imagination or just like, wait, would someone do that? I was like, yeah, someone would do that. Like,
Yeah.
it's completely understandable why Ric Flair or someone of Ric Flair's ilk shows up to the show, which they're main eventing for the world title or whatever, defending it, in a limousine, and then be like just flanked by like hot women and men. It makes sense for professional wrestling. Would you probably do that in real life? Probably not. I don't know if you've ever seen a UFC fight, but no one just rolls up in a limousine dressing nice to a weigh-in. We're all wearing sweat. We're all wearing sweats. We're all wearing like stuff you can easily take on, take off.
I've seen so many weigh-ins lately.
But but if someone pulled that, they're like, they don't take this seriously. They don't take this seriously. This is wrestling. Because
Dude,
it's
some
different.
of those guys think they're wrestlers. Some of those guys that I film, for
They think they're
MMA,
wrestlers.
Dude, this guy, he was the
Oh,
core.
yeah.
He called himself the Corbalizer. He had Hulk Hogan style T-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
He's like Corbalizing them, you know.
when I
But also, the guy had tremendous cardio and would roll back and attack this guy after he was like fighting off a hold for like on the floor for like 2 minutes
That's
and
a
just
long
roll
time.
back,
That's an eternity.
get back at him, start working him over and punching him in the face. It was fucking crazy. I've seen this guy twice now at least, and it's nuts. Dude with the cowboy hat, like dude, some people
Some people get
some
it.
of these
But you
MMA
know what?
some of these MMA guys
But they're
definitely
also
think they're pro
planning ahead,
wrestlers.
because if their MMA career doesn't work out, they can try out for wrestling.
That is true. That is true. This guy does look like he could try out for a pro wrestler.
All I'm saying is professional wrestling works. when
Like,
it's
I
done
mean,
by
look at
professional
CM
wrestling.
Punk. He shit the bed in Bellator.
Yes,
he did.
no, he
That wasn't Bellator,
no, that's
dog.
UFC, dude.
That was UFC.
That was
He's
UFC.
in
That's right,
the-
it was UFC.
He's in the
Yeah,
game,
no,
dog.
No.
He's
I
in
think
the game.
Lashley did Bellator.
Yeah, Lashley
Bellator
did
did
Bellator.
Bellator.
I got.
All I'm saying,
Anyways,
all I'm
yes.
saying, professional wrestling should be done by people in professional wrestling. If you want to write up stuff for your EFED or whatever fantasy book, that is totally fine.
Oh, you're
But-
you're hitting Mike at home now.
No, I'm just saying it's totally fine. But you really
baby.
cannot look. I love you, but like,
There's writing, but there's actually translating that and having a wrestler execute it.
Oh yes,
Yes.
like
Right?
all right, so here's a perfect example. 15 years ago, I have beaten Nick Camarado at least 20 times.
Yes.
At least
Yes.
in e-fetting.
Yes.
I've never met the man in person.
Yes.
Exactly.
If I saw him in person, I would cower
yeah, you
like a
would.
small child.
You wouldn't be talking that hot shit.
Because
especially now he got that
Well, no.
fancy hat.
well, no, because I talked a lot of shit about him back in the day.
And I bet you're gonna
Like-
regret it now, huh?
Like a lot.
Oh,
Like
God.
like a lot.
No more pay window for you.
Like we used to have a
No,
running joke that
Camarado's
he
at
was
the pay window now.
he's,
So,
he's
yeah,
guarding
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
He's guarding it now.
But
Yeah,
we
yeah.
used to have a running joke that he was on roids.
Oh, you
Not,
fucking get it,
obviously.
dog. That
This
clothesline by
this
the
was 15
stiff.
years ago. He would talk about like working out and training and stuff like
Right,
that,
right.
and we didn't believe him because the internet.
The
But
internet. That's all
But,
you need.
And I think
he proved us all wrong.
and there's something
And
like
it's
if anybody truly wants to get involved, how many people like have attempt to get in with your local indie fed, or something like that. Like to me, like I've had a day of training. You know what I mean? Like enough to know it don't fucking work for me. But I understand
Sorg, you took
a little
bumps?
bit. I've taken bumps. Yeah, I've taken
Why
bumps.
haven't you tell me this before?
Well, I mention every once in a while
You
on the
never
show.
told me.
I took one bump on a wrestling show.
I've had about 3 opportunities for training, probably with people that were not in the proper space for training, to be quite honest. Actually, one was a legitimate guy that was trained, and we were attempting to help him start a school,
Gotcha.
and that was a whole thing. I lost a lot of money on. It was a decade ago, but anyways. Because I didn't know shit about wrestling at the time, right? So I fucking took a chance on something and knew don't fucking take a chance on something like this. So anyways, God, I've lost some money in wrestling. I'm realizing it. Oh shit. Well, you know what? Help me correct my wrongs and support us over at indiewrestling.us.
Pay window.
We got a lot of great stuff going
Get your
on.
$20 crudité and watch them in.
Listen, we've made all of our mistakes over a decade around professional wrestling, so you can enjoy the fruits of the labor over at indiewrestling.us and help support so we can keep supporting with some fine video products with our good friends at Rise Wrestling, 2PW, VCW, RWA, and everybody else. We're going to Revenge Pro this weekend to film for them. That's going to be on our VOD platform, and a great show. Bill Collier, Puff is going to be the main event, and who knows what else, because it's Press Your Luck. We got a big old whammy board going on there, and I'm excited to see what's going on. I'm excited because I haven't been to Erie for Revenge Pro since before COVID, guys. So looking forward. I think it was the February or December, probably February before COVID, we went up there. And of course, my buddy Rob's been covering us for a while. So I've been editing them. I've been watching them since they come back. I think it's the 3rd show back since they've been out. But looking forward to that and hang out with the crews up there. But if you can't make it to Erie, if you're not in the Pittsburgh area, if you can't get to West Virginia or anything else like that, you can go with a lot of great stuff there. A lot of great stuff over on the YouTube channel as well. And of course, you can just have subscribe and get all you can eat from our Indie Wrestling Network, or over on the YouTube page for Ringside members. We do include all of our regular shows from the Big Four that we work with, and a lot of other free content as well, including Spotlight Slam that is on Grind City, YouTube, Facebook, although we might be taking off Facebook soon because they're changing some stuff over there and I don't like it. And did they do the thing yet? Hold on. I'm live on the air seeing if we have launched on another platform, because I was promised that it was going to happen this week. And
Is it on Wegners.com?
No, it's not on Wegners.com. Don't look for our show on Wegners.com. No, they have not posted it over there yet, so I cannot announce it. But we are going to be on another very exciting platform very soon. I've been conversing with them over the last week to be like, hey, when's this happening? But you will know, because I will shout that from the rooftops when we get on there. I'm very excited to have the Pittsburgh/West Virginia companies that we work with being represented on a very, very good big platform very, very soon. So because the world needs to see what's happening in Pittsburgh, and there's been great companies, of course, that have been exposing a lot of, including the Wrestle Lab show this past weekend, and our friends with Wrestle Pit and things like that. But I'm loving the mission. The mission, as it has been. As I have been, my mission since 2012 has been more eyeballs on Pittsburgh professional wrestling than ever before, and I think that has been happening through efforts that we've been doing, and other companies, other great companies in the area that are also taking some other avenues. So that is the mission, and you guys can be part of it and support IndieWrestling.us. I don't know where all that came from. I've been thinking a lot about things lately, I guess.
Sorg, you just went babyface on air.
What?
You cut such a passionate point.
Is that what that was?
Hey man, you did the Wiki Starks. It's okay. All you're missing is someone to go heal
now
you.
do the pose, Sorg.
Do the pose,
Do
baby.
pose.
Come
Does
on,
that
man.
mean I'm going to get a powerhouse slam right out of nowhere? This
No,
goat's going to take me out.
I was gonna say it's gonna be the goat taking you out from behind
Oh, you know that I heard that
and
that
laughing like the
clothesline
fucking
is
goats in
stiff.
Thor.
It just looked ugly, didn't it? Right?
Look, it's menacing in the background. So look at it.
You should, this guy here?
Oh yeah,
no.
look, he said my clotheslines are stiff, brother.
Edward, no.
You better tuck your
Edward,
chin.
stop looking at me like that.
Tuck your chin.
Edward.
Tuck your chin.
Zeke Mercer,
Hold
RSW.
on, Sorg.
What?
Sorg, hold on. Before I just saw a really funny TikTok that just dropped.
Okay.
Steve Corino dropped a TikTok talking to Cora Jade about NXT Heatwave and said, "You know that was an ECW thing, right?" She was like, "I wasn't even alive."
Oh my God! No!
My pain.
Oh no!
Oh no.
That hurts. That hurts so much.
I had to. I saw it because
God.
his reaction
Just
it looked
Z
like
question.
he died off screen.
Just Z question. What year was Heatwave?
98, maybe?
Yeah, that's before I was alive too,
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
That was before I was alive
Yeah,
too.
but like Cora Jade looks like she's still in high school, so
That's true.
like,
Are you saying I look old, sore?
Yeah, you're getting you're
Oh.
the elder
Oh,
Zeke
boy.
now.
The super diva
Oh, I know.
Quincy Elliott.
I know.
NXT.
I can't wait.
What?
Hell yes.
Whoa,
He's
whoa, whoa,
wearing-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sorg, he's cutting a promo and wearing a Bratz shirt,
Wait, what?
Quincy
like the
Elliott, baby.
like the Bratz dolls.
Is this the one that kind of looks like Super Oprah kind of thing, or like what is this?
I don't know how to describe it. It just says the super diva Quincy Elliott,
can't
and
wait.
he's wearing a
Zeke, do
Bratz
you know
shirt.
this?
And
I know about some of it,
Okay.
but like,
What-
it just seems like it'd be a more LGBTQ characters.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I've heard about this
Yeah.
because
Who's also a
Quincy Elliott.
He's also a person of color. So I mean,
oh my God, he rides a Vespa to the ring.
Oh no!
oh babe, it's gonna be great.
Oh no!
Oh my God, I cannot wait for this. Oh, this is gonna be wonderful.
Was he on NXT last week or like
He
Next
was on,
Level
he was
or
on
something?
Level Up.
He was on Level Up. Oh, that's what that promo was. Okay, because I mean, he got Twitter's attention. So
Twitter.
this is the pro. I'm trying not to show too much of the video because I don't want to get kicked off here. So we're gonna give that a follow and see how that develops.
Looks
But-
wonderful.
I'm about to follow Quincy
I'm
myself.
excited.
They go by he, him, do they? As in the bio?
It doesn't say in the bio.
Does
Oh,
not say in the
well,
bio.
someone
No.
Don't tell me because I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But his,
That is definitely a Brat shirt
but-
for sure.
and the profile picture is Quincy wearing a Divas Championship.
Oh geez, I'm afraid YouTube's not going to be happy with me for this, but I'm going to show this. There's the Vespa entrance right there.
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
This is wonderful.
Not the Vespa, baby.
yeah, that is
Oh,
definitely
yeah.
rocking the Vespa.
I love it.
Okay, all right.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna love every bit of this because
Mhm.
you know what? We need some fun in wrestling. And
Yes.
people gotta like.
NXT is fucking fun. I'm sorry, it is. It's fun. I don't catch it every week, but when I do, I'm always entertained.
Well, you know, my dad has Peacock, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna start watching some wrestling. I'm gonna watch some of this WWE on Peacock. It's
Mhm.
actually not that bad. Like some of it's like some parts of like early NXT 2.0 was like rough.
Oh yeah. There's some growing
Rough.
pains.
Sorry, I'm also watching the match that's going on between Joe Madonna and Braun Breaker. I just saw that.
He's also shared the running up the hill scene from some Stranger Things. I just
You know,
watched.
I've never watched Stranger Things.
I just started watching. Well, I'm like 7 episodes into the last season, so
Yeah, I didn't watch the
Yeah.
season yet. I think I watched the first two.
I
but that
think
was,
you
like, years
dig.
ago.
I think you dig it.
Not the-
it's,
I haven't-
well, I don't know. How do you like 80s vibes?
I don't mind it. I think I watched the first two
I think
seasons.
like I think I love it,
But I didn't watch
I
season
probably
three.
love it because I grew up in the 80s. So
I
to
don't
be
remember
quite
any of
honest,
that time. So like, I wasn't around. Let me know when the show was like trying to reminisce about like '99 to like early 2000, like 4 or 5.
Have you seen
Perfect.
Fear Street?
Fear Street? I don't think so.
You should watch Fear Street.
okay,
Where is it on?
that's a R.L. Stein.
It-
That's a Netflix.
It's
yeah.
R.L.
It's
Stein.
a series of,
it's a
it's
ser-
series of movies. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
R.L. Stein?
One of them set in like 95. One of them set in like 65. Then one of them set in like 1885.
Oh,
or
you
something.
said
What,
R.L.?
really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
R.L. Stein made
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
R.L. Stein.
The GOAT?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! You know, I wish it was made for R.L. Stein. Horrorland, the book series Horrorland. If that was turned into like a show or a movie, dude, that'd been so great.
Were you a Goosebumps guy? Zeke?
Oh, dude, my favorite one is Say Cheese
Okay.
and Die.
Okay.
What? You or
no,
the Mask?
no. I
Wait,
was a
wait,
Fear, I was a
What is
Fear Street
happening?
guy.
Wait,
I was a
wait,
Fear- I was a
wait.
Fear
So
Street
wait,
guy.
you gonna tell me some of these are like actually like great books?
Mm.
Like Say Cheese and Die. If no one has read that one, go read that one. That's horrifying. The Mask is horrifying. The Abominable Snowman is horrifying. The Glob. Holy hell, if that happened, that would be like terrifying. I'm trying to think of another one that'd be like Horrorland would be the best one that ever happened. Slappy's the OG because
what's-
it's Slappy's.
I don't know
like,
what's happening right now.
Slappy's R.L.
Yeah.
Stein's Chucky.
Okay.
Basically.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Like,
Zeke, I'm telling you, you need to go to your local library.
I have a library card.
Get your hands on some Fear Street books.
So Fear Street.
Ooh.
I'm telling you,
I
read the
didn't
Silent
know-
Night series.
I didn't know.
It's good as shit.
I didn't know he was still making books because when
He isn't.
Oh shit!
He
So this
isn't.
is done.
These are 90s. This is what I read when I didn't
What
want
is
to do my
this?
work in class, and I would sit back from the desk and I'd have my book open down and I'd be reading that shit instead of reading my
Okay,
textbook.
so okay. So you know what else popped me about R.L. Stein? I always assumed that he passed away years ago.
Oh no,
apparently
he's
he's
gonna be
still
at New
alive.
York Comic Con. I'm gonna
Yeah, because you know what? I watched the Goosebumps movie and he made like a Stan Lee type cameo. I was like,
Mhm.
this man's alive. They promote his books after he passed 15 years ago. Like the way they promote his books, like the great
Oh, I
R.L.
think he's done.
Stein.
I think he just produces the movies based on all of his books now. You know,
Dude,
'cause that's the money.
because-
That's the money. Because he's got so much. He's like Stephen King. He has so much to draw from. And he's just like,
Dude,
there's
he
another
has
thing.
so many good books that are not made into like there has been episodes
Mhm.
or movies.
Mhm.
Like, if I have one thing, if R.L. Stein watches this ever, please make.
R.L. Stein, big fan of the show.
I
Unconfirmed.
I beg of you, please make a Horrorland series. For the love of God,
Zeke, you know what? When I go
Wa-
see him at New York Comic Con,
tell
I'll
him
ask
to make
I'll
a
ask him.
Horrorland series. Because when I say it's literally just a collection of other like stories that he's written about, like the characters are coming to that park, like holy hell, it is so good. Sorry for nerding out, but I love Goosebumps.
I'm telling you,
Goosebumps
Zeke,
is
if you
great.
can find some Fear Street at your library,
Now I'm going to. I'm
get,
going.
get yourself
I
some
have
Fear
some
Street
time
books.
before I move into my dorm. I am going to. So screw it.
Anyways, this is a segment where I'm supposed to talk. Well, I
Sorry,
guess
guys.
I mean, if you want to talk about Goosebumps for your segment, we can do that. But
No, we gotta talk
I
about
mean,
wrestling.
we got to talk about wrestling.
got a story for
You
you.
have stuff going on. First of all, let's talk about VCW coming up. You are involved in a War Games match.
Oh yeah,
Coming up. Did you forget?
War
about it?
Games!
War Games.
We've been-
This means war, baby.
And by the way, Nick West did his best William Regal impression when he did that too.
I bet.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Too bad I wasn't there.
You weren't there
I
because
was
you
not
were
there.
Oh
you
wow!
were recovering.
Someone has a collection of 70 vintage Fear Street books.
We're not talking about Fear Street. We're talking about Zeke Mercer and War Games. Zeke's gonna die.
I'm not gonna die.
I mean, it's War Games, so
I have
mean,
my knees
It's
like.
War Games.
I'll be
I
fine.
mean,
It's my first war games though.
Yeah. Okay. Is it your first cage match?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Zeke gonna die.
All right.
Nah.
All right.
You guys said the same thing when I was going wrestle hentai. Zeke's gonna
Yes.
die. And I lived.
Yes.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did.
You're stronger
No, I
for
didn't.
it.
That's true. That's really true. And the crazy thing about that, I think I had that match when I was 19.
Jeez.
If I,
And make a hentai feel like an old man.
well, I'm 22 now.
Yes. Yes.
Hentai, we should run it back.
There you go. There you go.
I'm
Make it
older now,
Make it
stronger now.
There you go. I'd love to see
We can fight now.
I love
I'm
to see
known
it.
to fight people now.
it. So you're in this with the Beast Man,
With the beast, man.
Andrew Palace,
Oh yeah,
and a mystery partner.
yeah.
Do you know who the mystery partner is?
I
Are
cannot
you aware?
I cannot confirm or deny. It's all about the plan.
Because I
gotta
I
follow
don't
the
even
plan,
know,
so
and I'm in like
You're not going to know. You just
I'm in
you
like
just
the
gotta-
executive chat, and they're not.
you
telling me.
have to just witness it like everyone else.
I will literally be on camera witnessing this.
But you
So,
can't- you-
apparently.
you cannot jump up and down.
Like
Okay,
no,
so-
because I'm working.
Yeah,
But
you gotta keep it together. Like we can't have the camera shake. I'm gonna get pissed if I don't get my shot in. Gotta get my shit in. Zork.
Get your shot in, Sork.
Get my shot. Get my shot so I can get my shit
what
in.
do you think? What do you think I do? What do you
I don't know. I'm just telling you right now.
You're
Don't
like-
fangirl on me.
like? What?
Don't fangirl.
Like Zeke, I filmed Rhino and Bane destroying a ring, collapsing in front of me at my feet.
That's okay. I know you can keep it together, but you're a fangirl at the office. So you need to keep it to the
What?
office. Keep it to the office. Don't fangirl the show. Keep it together, Sore.
I don't know what's it.
I keep.
Mad Mike, what do you want to ask Zeke about War Games coming up here?
Zeke, I have a question.
Sure, buddy.
Are you allowed to bring weapons into this War Games? And if
Um,
so, what will be your weapon of choice?
Honestly, if I had to pick anything, like just anything,
Mhm.
Yeah.
a bow staff.
Okay,
Okay.
I love bow staffs.
Okay.
I respect it.
And everyone's like, "What the fuck's the bow stuff? Go look it up."
All right, hold on.
Whoa.
You
Donatello.
don't know what a fucking bow staff is.
Some people don't. I'm not saying you guys don't. I said some
Go
people
watch
don't
some
know what it is.
Ninja fucking Turtles.
I'm actually trained to use a bow staff. That's all. Like I bring a bow staff.
There you go.
Oh,
So you're gonna pop in. You're gonna pop in.
Okay.
This is kind of like when you did that like half shoot match with judo a couple years ago,
Half a
right?
shoot.
I mean, like with that. Well,
That was a fun match. Judo,
was
we should run it back too. But
that was it. Kind of pops up on the feed every once in a while. If you check out Steve LaBelle versus Zeke Mercer from the Quarantine Challenge, or no, it was
Quarantine
training. It
taping.
was a training session.
training sessions.
Like that was a really fun match. Like because Stevie's got some martial arts background. You got wrestling and martial arts background, so you guys just went.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that was pretty great. What's that?
Like fuck it.
Yeah,
I think
it was fantastic.
I think it's funny because if you look back, you can see Tony Charles just like mesmerized.
Kincaid.
Yeah. And I hate this. Is why you shouldn't friend
Kincaid.
me. You should never friend.
That's
me
why you
here.
don't friend people under their real names in
yeah,
wrestling.
That's why I hate it, guys.
I hate it.
But Tony was mesmerized. If you look back, like you can see him just watching the match.
Yeah.
Just like this. Just over the guardrail, just like this.
Well, considering the last time there were 3 of you, now there's like going to be 8 of you, but there was like 6 of you in the match, and like this is the kind of stuff that was happening. Let me see if I can pull up some of this.
You know that my favorite thing about that match?
Hmm.
I wrestled a whole match in Doc Martens.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
There's a Thor hammer to the balls from Beast
He
Man.
deserved it. He deserved it. Don't
Yeah,
feel
he
bad for
deserved
him.
it. The pink camo, by the way, was a nice touch.
I love it.
So
I wore
there's a
jeans,
rubber
guys.
chicken going on. Yeah, it was a street fight. You know, it was.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you just like axe kicked that dude.
I was throwing kicks that day.
Yeah.
For no, like the boots were just influencing the moveset that
There's
day.
a pie. Is that the pie? Is that?
think
Yeah,
that's
that's the
the
pie.
pie.
That's the pie. I just like turned around and like Beastman was just
Did you get any pie on you?
covered. Yeah, there. Oh, we got some split screen. You guys are they're sword fighting. What the hell is going on there?
We were just having a
The
moment.
hell?
You got it on camera.
Yeah, I did get it on camera, and I used the split screen. And he's covered in food, of course. So that's without a cage. That was everywhere,
Yeah.
literally everywhere. You chased Mama Spurk or
Spork.
Beastman. Chased Mama Spurk out of, and I think Mama Beastman out of the concession stand.
I didn't do anything.
No. You were busy on the other side.
True.
You had a bad day.
When?
That
That
match.
day?
That match.
Yeah, it's still a little like fuzzy on that day.
well, they broke your ankle or
I mean,
knee.
they hurt me. Yeah, I
They hurt
couldn't-
your
I
leg.
wasn't allowed to come back there.
They hurt your leg.
They hurt my leg.
So
Hey,
not-
it's no day.
Unsavory.
It's no day. It's Hayes.
Yeah.
Hayes landed on my leg
Mm-hmm.
and just I got jumped, guys.
Mm-hmm. You
basically,
did. You did.
because they cheated. Let's be honest. Like they have the deplorables. Like they don't have any morals. Let's be honest. Oh, they
Mhm.
screw it.
Mm-hmm.
They took
So-
out. They basically hurt Palace.
Yes.
And then Hayes come out of nowhere and basically puts Beastman through tax to win because they know they couldn't take us like literally on a 3 versus 3 basis. So they got their buddy Hayes in there, and he basically like almost like shattered my knee and like leg. But like I'm back now, I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotta be
So
able to
what do you
wrestle
have in
there.
store for the deplorables coming up here after what they did to you? And I think this is about to come up
I'm
here in
wearing the
video.
Docs extra tight, and everyone's getting a nice little kick to the face.
Okay.
I'll maybe stomp like 4 more holes. Not maybe. I'm going to into Hayes because he deserves it, and maybe I break his leg. Maybe I will rip it off the tendons. This is only fair.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't suggest that they really try anything this time, per se. Because it's gonna be even now. Like we're in that cage. Like you're locked in there with me.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just run from me now. Like if I got you,
You're not locked in there with them. They're locked in there
you're
with
locked
you.
in with me.
Yes.
Like, you got
Thank
you locked in with me, which is already a problem,
And his Doc Martens.
and my Doc Martens, and Beastman, and you already know how Beastman gets down, and then you got Andrew Palace. Like you cannot run from us. Like we're going to we're going to tear you.
And
from
a
the left.
fourth as yet unnamed.
Yeah,
mystery
we're not even going
opponent.
to give you clues of who it is.
Yes.
Because, 1, I want to rub it in your face, and 2, I just want to see the look of horror on Hayes' face when I like snap his ligaments or something like that. But like it's not like it's it's a blood feud thing. It could be a little bit heated. it's gonna be pretty nice,
Mhm.
nice and violent. But all I know is this is gonna be my first War Games match, and I don't expect to leave on my own, really. But I expect them to. But I expect them to not make it out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I expect to be beat up, but like I'm gonna make sure they need to be carried out.
Are you gonna do?
I'll
Are
wobble
you
out,
gonna
they
do an
could.
Eli Skipper across the top of this cage?
I thought about it.
Yeah. How are you with heights?
Since I'm blind, it doesn't really affect me as much.
Oh, good.
Can't really see what's at the bottom,
You and Crazy Steve.
A lot of people. We can't. Apparently, he can't see either.
No.
Yeah.
That was
You know who else you can't?
Huh.
Noir.
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 Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're just earthbenders out there.
That
We're
makes
just
a lot of sense now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not figure that out?
No, I know he's wearing glasses anytime I'm talking to him outside the ring, but
Dude, my vision is so bad that on my license there's a code that says if I don't have contacts in or my glasses on, I lose my license.
Oh. Tina in Seattle's asking, will that ankle hold up?
It's gonna be wrapped. Like I
Okay.
hope you know that. Like
They're going for it. They're going for it. That's
Oh,
a
yeah, I hope
target.
they-
That's a
I hope they
target.
do.
So, well, let's talk about another show that you were involved with a couple weeks ago, the Wrestle Queerdom show up in New Hampshire. Of course, it's been literally in the news. It's been on news sites about like some of the fallout from
It's
what was
crazy.
going on with it and stuff. So, but you had talking to you before the show, you still had a very positive experience around the show and the people you got to work with and new connections and things like that. So, like let's so how did that show go for you?
for me,
What was your because we heard a lot of secondhand. We looked at a lot of the tweets and everything with Emily last week, but of course we weren't there to see exactly what the vibe was or anything like that. Other than I think she had watched it online. But tell me a little bit about like how what did you end up doing at the show and how was the vibe up there?
the vibe was stressful,
Mhm.
but it was like to me at least, because I don't know, because the shows I've worked at or shows I've been on, it felt like a normal wrestling show. You know, things were getting changed. People were trying to get there on time. You know, start time. Indie wrestling never starts on time. It's just how it is.
Right.
So, to me, it was a normal wrestling show.
Okay.
The person, Richie, I was supposed to wrestle, couldn't make it. So I had worked they go by like two different names that I know. It's like the Drifter Eros or the Element Eros. Either way, Eros was the person I worked.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Maine, and it was like a last minute fill in. So like legit to me, it just felt like a normal wrestling show, and I don't know. The vibes are great. I felt the show itself was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of fun. I met a lot of good people. I had a lot of laughs and stuff. Dealing with the show outside of that 4 or 5 hour period of dealing with the show, that was the stressful part. That was when we, decided to mess and when the shit hit the fan on Twitter, I felt like everyone was trying to get in contact with me.
Mm-hmm.
But like what you guys didn't understand, like other people didn't know, obviously, because I didn't tell them all my travel plans. Not really. But like I was already on the road home.
And that was the thing. Like I saw everything that was going on, and I was like, well, Zeke's probably got his shit on lock, and is not like
Like, I'm not
I know
really-
you don't like. This is the guy that doesn't take bookings in February because he doesn't like to drive in the snow. I was like, this dude he's got his. You got your plans. You know how to get home. You know what I mean?
I'm going to get home.
Yeah,
You're not going to stop me from getting home. You may stop me from wrestling, but I won't get home.
Yes.
But yeah, I already have my plans figured out to get home.
Mm-hmm.
Not because that I knew something beforehand.
That's just how you roll.
It's just if you're going to be away from home, you need to find a way to get back home.
Yeah.
Whether that is extra money or like another route you can take. It just for me, because even before wrestling, I just had that way home. So, I mean, I just operated from that point because I think it's the longest I've been away. Not like the longest drive I've ever taken from my house. Literally like 10 hours on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I drove by. I was supposed to ride with someone else, but they got COVID, so they couldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in a car, not my car. If you ever seen my car, not my car, a rental for 10 hours by myself. A lot of podcasts and music was played, and comedy.
Oh, I can't
so-
imagine. Jeez.
So like I said, when it was like basically when I was like 4 hours into this 10-hour drive, that's when things are starting to hit the fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's when people are tagging me on Twitter. That's when people are reaching out to me, fans and wrestlers alike. I forgot who. Someone tried to call me. I was like, no, I'm not going to pick that up. Because, like I said, like when it hit the fan on Twitter, I'm not sitting there in my car checking Twitter as I'm driving. No. People were just like texting me, and people were tagging me and be like, hey, did you get paid? It was like, oh, shit, now I'm learning what happened.
Mm-hmm. Kind of secondhand, yeah.
Secondhand account until it was like basically told to me.
Yeah.
It was a sucky situation because, you know, even that, like, after that show, I took 2 people to the airport at 3 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep. But once I got home from, like, not home, once I got back to the hotel, I was like, I just want to go to bed. I couldn't sleep. Right? And then I woke up, went downstairs, and 2 wrestlers were like, hey, it's like 3 in the morning. Can you, like, just take us to the airport? Like, Uber's not, like, working or whatever. I'm like, sure. So I got those people to their airport, got their flight. Thank goodness, right? And then a few hours later, I hit the road. That's literally what happened. And next thing you know, yo, Zeke, what's going on? What happened with Queerdom? Are you home safe? Are you safe? Are you good? Like, people who I don't even talk to were trying to, like, text me. See, like, what happened, what's going on, right? Like, that's, like, for a lot of people, like, I just met, like, Kid Bandy in person, like, that night.
Yeah.
And then, not even 12 hours later, hey, did you make it home? Are you on the way? Like, where are you right now?
Yeah. Oh, there goes a scooter gang by again.
That's good.
Sorry.
I love it. But, like, no, like people who I don't even,
You're
like,
blasting
talk
off again.
Yes.
You're blasting off. But, like, you know, it was, like, it was weird seeing, like, some people how I only met, like, once. Or had, like, maybe, like, a few conversations where, like, trying to, like, hey, did you get home? Are you okay? But we was also doing that for other people.
Yeah.
In the show.
Yeah.
I felt like, honestly,
I know Bandit was really big, trying to, it was I think touching base with everybody, making sure everybody was hooked up with, whatever they needed to get home and everything, right?
And I saw some, like, Discord people like, why would Bandit do that? I was like, I don't know, maybe Bandit's a good person.
Yeah, maybe. I know,
maybe
strange in the wrestling industry, right?
If someone's sitting here trying to say that, Zeke, did you ask Bandit to, like, you know, give you money? I was like, no, I didn't really want fans to give me money. I was trying to avoid it happening. But obviously, there were some people who needed that money.
Yeah.
So I was trying to tell people, like, make sure other people are fine before you give me any money. Because I'm already on the way home.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, like, it's fine for me. But at first, I didn't want to get paid by anyone other than the promoter. Because that's the way I was brought up in wrestling. Not saying, like, I was raised to only get paid by a certain person. But in wrestling, the person who's going to pay you is the promoter or booker. If any else person was trying to pay me because I wrestled, it was weird to me. So, especially when it came from fans, when, you know, a lot of them, especially the ones at the show, they paid to get into that show, right? Some of them bought merch from wrestlers, even myself. And then you're going to try to convince them to pay for me again. I felt a little bit weird. It's like, I don't like that. Because it shouldn't have to. You're paid for the show. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like a lot of people, like, recognize, like, I don't like that per se. I understand.
Kind of the like don't give me money, buy my merch.
And that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to
something.
say, I promote my pro wrestling tees.
Yeah.
I don't really use that story much anymore, but it's still there.
Yeah.
And so
it's an option.
And people were like, well, you won't get a lot of money for that. You won't get the money. It's like, well, I try to tell people, it's like, well, I would feel weird if you just randomly just gave me money and then get anything out from it. So at least when you buy a shirt from this store, you would get a shirt, and I would get, like, a portion of it. Like, I don't care. Like, but as long as you got something that from that transaction, I'd be okay with. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't about the money at that point. It was about the money for a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. But for me, it wasn't like I wanted your money. Like, give me your money. I was more like, I'd rather you buy a T-shirt for me. I'd rather you buy, like, something from me, and I give you something back, like a transaction. I couldn't just take people's money like that.
Right.
And, of course, I got paid. Other people got paid, and a lot of people got home, right? The aftermath of that was really when this shit hit the fan. I don't know how much you want me to talk about that, but I'm free to talk about it.
Okay.
Obviously,
no, whatever.
But, like, I don't know how people, like, they really care about it.
Is there anything? Well, you know, you've heard a lot of discussion about, and again, if you don't know the full situation of the Wrestle Queerdom show, again, we talked about it extensively last week on the show. If you want to check back on that,
if you didn't. Basically the story was that this was a first-time promoter. I think basically a fan that was very supporting of the community and wanted to put on this show in New Hampshire where there's not a lot of, I think, wrestling infrastructure happening up there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So they put this on, they were streaming, so whatever went sideways with the financials, and a lot of the wrestlers were kind of stranded up there because they needed to pay to get back home, and on top of this being there's a lot of people that have never been to New Hampshire before,
i.e. Zeke Mercer.
Yeah, like Zeke Mercer.
Connecticut, I've been to. Massachusetts, sure. New York, yeah. New Hampshire, what?
Well, yeah. It's like that's you don't even know it exists, right?
Right.
So that was a lot of it, and then there's a lot of back and forth on the responsibilities of taking care of everybody and all those kinds of things.
And there's been some like Twitter conspiracies already.
Conspiracies.
My favorite one so far. Favorite one. Not saying I support this because this is just utter ridiculous. But my favorite one is that the promoter didn't exist.
And
they were trying
I heard that.
And the fans were trying to blame Aiden Von England, who used to go by Eden Von England.
Yeah.
We're trying to blame Aiden because this is Aiden's fault. Meanwhile, I remember Aiden tagged me on Twitter saying, "Can someone literally just back me up and saying Sally and her mom is like real people?"
Like somebody's like I remember this whole thing was like, "Hey, listen, I met Sally."
Yeah,
and her mom, and they were real people that ran the show.
Real people. So you're telling any fan who wants to believe that this promoter wasn't real and their mother wasn't real.
Yeah.
I just want you to think about this. You would have so many people from different states come together to agree upon a lie.
This is
not only a lie.
This is your Fire Fest.
Not only a lie that can be easily proven because we have photos of the show.
Yes,
we have a stream
live
on the show. You're saying that not only Giselle Shaw and Sonny Kiss, who are contracted people, are lying to fans about where this person is real or not. You have to understand, why would they lie about? Why would all of us lie? Because we all met.
Yes.
The promoter and the promoter's mom. Literally, I shook hands with the promoter when I walked through the door.
Yes.
I pulled in, and they were waiting outside for me and the two people driving with me. So you have to somehow.
Oh no, the mic failed.
Oh jeez,
that conspiracy's strong.
It's just tighten that little knob right there or in front of you. You should the knob. The knob right there. That should tighten right. What's going on? Okay.
Either way, you have to convince.
He's got so excited about this.
You would have to somehow prove that we were all lying about this person. And not only that, you have to also try to disprove that this person was a part of the wrestling community in the area. Because other fans of other wrestling shows in areas this person exists. They go to these shows all the time. That's how we knew about this show. So it's that was a good theory. I love that. And another one was that it was all a scam in the first place.
Well, I mean, that's every wrestling show, right?
Okay, yeah. I'm all right. But also,
where's the money come from and where did it go?
And a lot of people were saying, well, Zeke, if you felt like it was a spy show, why'd you take the booking? And I would say this. I didn't think it was real at first. Okay.
Yeah.
But the promoter already got 2 people confirmed, and they were promoting these 2 people that I know, in layman's terms, they don't fuck around about their money. So the fact that they booked these 2 people, which I will say, because before I knew anyone else, was Maxie and Paler, and at the time Eden, now goes by Aiden Von England. They booked those 2 people. I know both of those people. I know Aiden more than I know Max, but I know them enough to a point where they're not just going to take a random booking.
No.
And I was okay, they booked Max, they booked Aiden. This is legit. Because those, and then they're promoting it, and Max is retweeted it, Aiden's retweeting it. This is legit. So that's why I took it, because I know those 2 people would not put themselves in situations where they wouldn't get paid. In my personal experience with them.
No, yeah.
So the fact that we had 2 people who are already no, I was okay, right? And obviously Max wasn't at the show. Something happened with Max. I don't even know what the whole deal was with Max, but
Mhm.
I'm assuming it was also about money.
Mhm. Yeah, well,
It's
and that
all
was confirmed by Max
And
themselves too.
so
Yeah.
yeah, so like I said, when I saw those people were booked, I was like, this is legit.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't just do this. And if there was just like an EFED, for example, they would literally say it was for an EFED.
Mhm.
They wouldn't like trick people. There would be no point.
Wait,
So,
one of the prevailing things is that this was an EFED situation.
apparently.
What the hell?
Apparently.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, you're.
I've never seen EFED run as smoothly as that show. That's saying something.
And I will say this, like I said, like during the show, it was fun.
Mhm.
I will say there were some problems, especially with the commentary.
Mhm.
And I will say this with the commentary. That team was kind of put together last minute, and it was fluctuating the whole night.
Well-
There was no run sheet,
Yeah.
so yes, people didn't know pronouns.
Yes.
It's okay. I like a dude.
Hell, I'm realizing I just screwed it up with you right now.
Who
So
cares?
I
Who
mean,
cares? I'm not mad as long
Yeah.
as the person, I guess, the victim of it isn't like accosted.
No.
I guess like
Yeah,
it's not.
yeah. And
it's
that-
not really a problem. And plus, I felt bad because Eddie, bless his heart, came up to me and was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't know." I'm looking at him like, "What happened?
Mhm.
Did you like hit my rental car? I mean, yeah, I get why you'd be apologizing right now." Like they're like profuse, like, "Say I'm sorry, I didn't know." I'm like, "What's going on?" Because I'll be honest with you, on a wrestling show, I
Yeah.
really don't check my phone. Like I could be blown up on
Were
Twitter.
they getting messed up? Like were they
People
getting
were
attacked?
attacking
This
Eddie.
is what happened with something here in Pittsburgh about a year ago too. Is
And,
they
like,
were screwing up pronouns and
if you don't know, that's the whole
Yeah,
point of a run
yeah,
sheet, guys.
yeah.
That's the whole point of a run
like
sheet.
not every like the greatest thing. And I remember Marcus was working one of the Poly M call shows, and they had the list of people and the pronouns to use, and they're like, "This is great. This is genius. Every show should do this." That books this kind
Especially
of
in
talent,
a situation like Queerdom.
and especially a show like that is putting a spotlight on them.
Mhm.
It's not just we have you coming into a show that is not in the community and does not have an awareness, right? Like that's a different animal, right? And expectations are going to be different. But you go into something like a Play Am called or a Wrestle Queerdom or a
Yeah.
Effie's Big Gay brunch show. I think I got all the words in there.
Yeah, all the words.
Like Kevin Gill better have a sheet to know what the hell to call everybody,
And-
right? Because you're representing that group.
And I will,
At
and,
that
and I
time.
will. I've made a habit
Mm-hmm.
to like try to find the commentators and be like, "Hey, my name is Zeke. Da, da, da. Do you need any notes from me? We get the notes. Da, da. And I'm like, "Hey, by the way, I also go by they them pronouns.
Mm-hmm.
If you do say he, I'm not the one who's going to like come after you.
Yeah.
I get it's a show. Wrestling
yeah.
is literally done in one shot.
Yeah.
If you don't believe me,
And it happens.
ask Sorg. It's literally done in one shot.
Yes.
Do we count intermission? No, because it's just a break between one shot. So I guess it's 2 shots,
Mhm.
I guess. But it's literally done in like there's no takes.
Absolutely.
So you have to just go with it.
Yeah.
So if
Listen,
that happens,
nobody's sitting on this show.
There's no ADR for
There's
commentary.
a good point.
Yes.
Bonner's saying about intent is it needs to be taken in context.
Yes.
Nobody is sitting on a show like this, as a part of a show like this, and maliciously misgendering.
No.
Okay, like
No,
it is an
I don't think
honest.
Yeah, like
Ever
no one
happened.
is specifically
Like-
saying, "Oh, I'm so glad he is on our podcast today," and that's all I'm gonna say.
Yes, but also in
no,
my
of
mind,
course
I've known
not.
Zeke forever before.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so
Like,
in my
Sorg-
mind,
I met
I'm still
Sorg-
working on it.
and
So.
honestly, for Sorg's case, Sorg met me when I was like 17, 18.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm 22 now. Like, it's been a while. Like,
He was a child.
I was a
okay?
child.
He
Oh my
was a
God.
child.
Besides, anytime I hear we have Zeke on the show, I'm just like, "Oh, that fucker."
Exactly. That's all I want you to
that's
say.
his pronoun
That's
for
his
Zeke.
pronoun for
That
Zeke.
Fucker.
Yeah.
That's okay. I know where it's coming from. But like people, like especially on Twitter, like calm down. A lot of times
Yeah.
when these mistakes like
This-
happen,
But doesn't this go to the other conversation too, right? Like, it's just that we need to jump on a thing.
and
know.
my response to this to me is this, right? Culture takes about 5 to 10, maybe 12 years to settle.
Yes.
Right? We only really start using pronouns in the mainstream like for like 3 to 4 years. We
It's gonna
haven't
take
reached
time.
a 5-year mark yet.
You
I
can't-
don't think so.
Like,
Like,
I remember while I was working at Toys R Us a couple of years ago, we had a trans person sign up, and I was supposed to be working the front counter with them.
right.
Mhm.
So I went to one of their friends who I knew and was like cool with. I'm like, hey, I haven't worked with so and so before. What pronoun? Like, I legit did not know, because I didn't want to like offend or anything like that. So I just asked someone who was in the know. I'm like, what do I use? Do I use he, him, they, them? Like, I'm not sure. Like, I just want to I want to make everyone comfortable, because like it was an 8-hour shift.
Oh yeah.
With the person
It's gonna happen
at the
right?
desk for the whole time. Like, it's gonna happen. I'm like, I'd rather just know up front. And my friend was like, "Oh, that's so sweet of you to ask." It's like that's all you need.
And honestly,
have some common sense.
And honestly, if you want to ask someone who's not gender conforming, just ask them. Like, hey, what pronouns do you use? Well, I'd be like, hey, my name is, let's say, Michael Sorg, right? My name is Sorg, right? My name is Sorg. I go by he, him. What about you? That literally works on everybody. And they'll respond with their name, most likely their preferred name and pronouns. That's literally what happens.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
I get why everyone thinks like, oh, well, they're going to jump on me on Twitter. It's like, if you appear to be an asshole with it, yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, and unfortunately, yeah.
But Twitter's fake.
Twitter's fake.
Guys, Twitter is fake. You think
Twitter's fake, wrestling is
like,
real.
That's right.
Facts.
That's right.
And I am very grateful
This
that
is a new
like,
shirt, Zeke.
hey, it's gonna be my new shirt. Keep messing
my
around.
God.
But do I love the fact that like I have like over 700 people on my Twitter follow me? Sure. But we wouldn't give a shit if Twitter got shut down tomorrow? Not really. I feel bad for most of the companies that kind of base their promotion off Twitter. Yeah, it'll suck, but we can always adapt. But I mean, like, Twitter's fake. Like, Twitter is so fake. Instagram is so fake. Facebook
It is
so
a
fake.
tool. It is a tool to be used and promote and converse. And if you use it in such a way, then it's great. But it is definitely like in a certain. It can be taken a wrong way.
You shouldn't use your Twitter to attack people.
No.
Call out bullshit. Sure.
Use your Twitter to befriend people. Like,
honestly.
And the people the people doing this are looking for outlets. And let's be honest, the people that are so negative on Twitter have their own set of problems. And
like,
I fucking pity them.
Dude,
Twitter should have a thing. Anytime they go to attack someone for reasons that are beyond their control and not for someone being an asshole. You know how like the Twitter pops up if you like curse or something? Like, people normally don't tweet like this. There should be a pop-up with just a link to BetterHelp.
No, there should be there should be a message that says, "Are you sure you want to post it?" Like, yes. Is another one pops and it's like, "Are you sure you don't need to touch grass first?" Yes, no, maybe so. You hit the maybe button.
Have we gone?
I was trying to be a bit more helpful.
Have we gone this long without?
That works too.
Have we gone this long without touch grass coming up in this show?
Dude,
by the way,
I
all
tell
right.
people to
you know
touch
what?
grass.
Hey, you know what? I think some people do before they spew some bullshit on Twitter.
They need to touch Pizza Sword.
That's right. They need to touch pepperoni with their mouth. Okay, our good friends at Slice on Broadway, New York City style, yins are made, Beachview, Carnegie, the East End, and the North Hills, helping support Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Our good friends over there. Thank you to them for supporting the show. Hey, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll talk about something, probably Blazing Saddles. I don't know. We'll be right back after this.
Legendary podcast.
Watch out on the TV network on Roku.
Grind City. And you know this, man.
You know what I'm saying? It's like right place, right time, out of nowhere. So what you saying?
Former tag team partner coming to save.
Tony Johnson, we saw him battle Edric earlier, but this is a 2-on-1 mugging.
That's an ad, and that's me. Hello, Wrestling Mayhem Show. I'm here at Sorgatron. Edward the Goat is in shot with me, as well as Mad Mike up in Beacon, New York. And
I think I need something behind me as well.
What do you need? What are you doing?
I don't know. Like, you have a goat. I should get
You have
something.
like an Undertaker.
And I have D.
Yeah, but he already has a name. I need something that I can name myself.
Well, and I have this beautiful belt right here.
Look at that. Real Shoot Wrestling.
Right there.
You just had a match with MV Young last week.
Oh yeah, that
oh
was
my
fun.
God.
That was fun.
That had to have been a slobber knocker, for lack of a better word off the top of my head.
It was hard hitting.
Oh my God.
Wall to wall.
Because I just
It was
watched,
like a
the
Saturday
post.
night at Skokie.
jeez, because I just
Pillar
watched
the
him and Neil
post.
O'Neil on Friday night, and that ended in the street and made children cry. So he's slipping his tea. So,
That's not tea. That's coffee, baby. It was,
yeah.
that was, and also to put in perspective, when I wrestled MV,
mm-hmm.
that was also 24 hours, like kind of removed, like not even, like 2 days later from Queerdom.
Yeah.
So I did Queerdom, came back Sunday, next day wrestled MV at a fair.
On a Monday.
On a Monday.
On a Monday.
And then went right
Is
back
that
to
what
work.
the
next
is that
day.
what the MNMV Young stands for? Monday.
Monday.
versus
Monday.
What the hell's his middle name? Vincenzo or something?
That was
Monday versus Young.
Versus yes. There
Because
it
Zeke is young.
There
Get
it
it?
is.
Ooh.
Well, you survived with the title. That's good to see. You still rolling the gold. I'm like, I don't ever see Zeke without gold these days. It's kind of a
have
nice
been
look on you.
champion
There you
for
go.
337 days.
No.
Yeah, I won this thing last September.
Look out, Roman Reigns.
Hold on. Then why aren't you Big Money Zeke?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, you got the
Like
gold.
seriously,
damn it.
You hit
you
the
have
pay
at
window.
least you have at least a peninsula of relevancy.
Have you have a sandwich named after you yet?
I had alcohol named after me.
What?
Too.
Where?
And it's a place called I don't know why.
Oh no, I remember you telling me about this now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we talked about last time.
Literally in West Newton. It's literally in West Newton.
West Newton.
It's Bloom Brew, and there is 2 brews. There's called it's a sweet, which is a spicy sweet.
Now you got to get booked on RWA.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
you're a town staple.
And we did it because it was
Because
part of this
nothing
other
says
show.
West Newton like Zeke Mercer.
Yeah. But I will say that when we did this like collab, it was supposed to be for like this one show we were supposed to do, but that got canceled, right? And then he was like, "Why don't we still do this thing? Because we already made it. We already had a flavor picked out. Why don't we just do it, right?" And he did it. He made it. He invited me out to like be the debut of
What's
it.
the brewery?
Bloom Brew.
Bloom Brew in West Newton. I'm gonna look them up. Let's give them a plug.
And not only that I loved it because I already knew I was gonna like it. My dad liked it, which he's not much alcohol drinker,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like the top seller that night. It had 2 versions of it. It called pineapple and a mango version of it. They both were like the high sellers that night. And he said, "I'm keeping
Nice.
out on tap now
Nice.
because it's so popular."
Bloombrew.beer.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to check that
I'm
out.
old enough to drink beer, guys. Ain't that wild?
And beer.
I still don't know if I believe that.
What's that?
It was.
That Zeke's old enough to drink beer.
I think
will
I think
show
Mad,
you my ID.
Mad Mike wants to see your birth certificate.
I could probably bring that in. I have it.
Oh wait, I have to age verify if I'm going to the.
I have
website?
I have
Really?
multiple IDs.
Okay. All right.
I have a driver's license.
You got a
get them
I have
seized by the
certain
FBI.
license. I have a certain license, multiple licenses
To wrestle in Missouri.
wrestle in Maryland and New Hampshire.
Oh, there you go.
Working on my
It was fun.
Kentucky.
We were sort of ragging on athletic commissions, and I saw Effie was talking about I think it was the Missouri.
Bro, did you hear about that? They want to do blood tests.
They want to do blood
I
tests.
heard that shit in
talking
March,
about-
and I was like, "No, I'm not doing that."
You gotta go get a checkup with your doctor, but the
Oh.
form they give you is from the '60s. And
I
he-
know.
And he was talking
I
about how
know.
he's talking about how, and I watch these like he puts parts of this podcast or whatever on
Mm-hmm.
TikTok, and that's always in my feed. And he's talking about like he's like I had to give this form to my doctor. And I had to jump up and down 100 times, and then he had to like check my heart rate or something. And the doctor was like,
that's Maryland.
"What does this even do?" So
they
it
did
was
that.
so crazy.
When I tell you, when I heard, because I was in Paragon when I was hearing about this Missouri shit.
Yes.
And yes, it's Missouri shit because basically with those type of regulations, wrestling shouldn't happen in that state.
Exactly.
Like if you read all what you had to do, you'd be like, fuck that. I'm not.
It's
like,
too hard.
It.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
You probably spend more money getting that license within the months following.
Yeah.
Like get that license than you would get paid that day.
It's nuts.
I'm like, it's not even worth it at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
At least Maryland, New Hampshire was like semi easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta do the paperwork, whatever.
Yeah.
Kentucky, I heard it's not that hard. Just gotta get the physical really done, and you just,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you do you gotta do. But at least that is like outlined and like it makes simple. It's like, but at blood work.
Yeah.
I get it. Look,
Yep.
I get it if
Yep.
it was like you know, if it was CCW tournament of death blood work. Yes.
I get that with like other stuff like for the combat sports and stuff because there's like somebody was showing like somebody like got life flighted and stuff like that, right? Like stuff happens,
Right.
But you're also legit hitting each other in the head on purpose. So
that could be wrestling.
sports,
That
right?
could be wrestling.
Right, you get hit and stuff, but like not like I'm going to go full force punch you in the fucking head.
I don't know.
At least, unless I mean some people,
Stupid,
I'm sure, but but like that's the point, right? Mad Mike spouting birther theories in the chat room, by the way.
Jesus.
So.
Wait, about me?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Don't do that. Wait, dude. No, wait. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go to the
Also,
chat.
I'm fucking with you. Like,
Let's get ahead of this. Before the winner comes down on you.
No, I just want to see. I just want to see what you said. That's
it. That was it. Just that line with
crying
face.
Tina's out there.
Tina stirred some shit.
Tina, stir the pot, girl. Do it.
Tina stirred some shit from 3,000
Tina's
miles
living
away.
in the past out there in Seattle. Living in the past.
Living the goddamn past. Come on.
This is sort of a matinee out there. So.
But I heard about all this.
I've been trying to figure out because I'm like, there's 2 weeks where I'm probably going to be doing this show from the West Coast, and I was like, man, I want to be able to do the show and still fucking go out that night. Okay, So
I'll be a guest star. I'll join in on Zoom.
There you go. I got to figure out how much internet I got where I'm going to be.
But no, like honestly, like wrestling licenses shouldn't be so complicated.
Sorry, that was the brewing site I was looking at.
Hey, promote Bloom Brew.
There
Like
you
go get the No Mercy Brew.
There you go.
If you can handle sweet and spicy, some sweets. Go get it. It's in West Newton.
Oh, all right.
I love it. It's good stuff. I'm probably going back there because my college is like pretty close to that brewery.
Yep. What is your college? Can they just branded, didn't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry
rebrand.
if you don't say it out loud.
No. I'm glad you know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Well, I know somebody.
It's a mess.
We both know somebody that works.
Oh
there,
yeah.
and
We both know it's a mess.
He's been complaining when he comes in for a certain project.
I can't wait to see him again. It's like, hey, are you okay? Do you need a hug?
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah.
I try to put my one classroom on in the other campus.
Yes. Oh no.
And it was at 9:45 in the morning. I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna make that personally. I'm not gonna make that class.
Yeah.
They're like, it's okay. We have like a Zoom link or some kind of like ITV gimmick.
Oh good.
Going on.
Oh good.
So I'm like, whatever. I was just letting you know I'm not driving 2 hours to catch like an hour in like a 45-minute class.
Not in this economy.
Not in any economy. What the hell are you talking about? I paid this money to go
Guy
to school.
that drove 10 hours back from New Hampshire for a show, but he's not driving 2 hours for that
Hell
class.
no. I pay you. You make it easier for me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Come on, we have the internet.
Whole different dynamic.
If I can FaceTime my cousins in any country in the world, you should be able to streamline this classroom lesson to my laptop. If you can't do it, get out the business.
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Get out the
get out the business. Quit the business. Come on.
Bury certification. Bury it all.
What the hell are we getting? No, but I love that you got a brew. I love when I see that. I see like Victor Benjamin has a sandwich somewhere / the peanut butter belt.
Love that. I still want to fight him for it.
Main event have a candle.
Hell yeah.
Or something. No, I think that's great. I love when that synergy comes through, and and people want to name shit after you. That's great.
I think, but it was just so weird because like out of all the things I really don't do is drink. And
yeah.
I got like two drinks named after me. Like,
yes.
Okay, that's cool. But it's cool though. I can be like, I still have some of it at my house. I should have brought it in so you could taste it.
Oh man, that's next big event we do here.
Where?
Like rolling for a top rope tabletop or something.
I don't know. So I suck at the role playing.
Riz did
Ironically,
great. Yeah.
Ironically, I suck at role playing.
It's just It's just like
I
wrestling
know,
characters.
I
Come
know,
on.
but
Come
you
on.
know, I don't have a character.
Yeah, no. This is. I don't know. Then I don't know what the fuck you brought tonight because this is
it's just my
something.
personality. It's just it.
Yes.
I'm really just a weird kid.
You're getting comfortable. I notice you're getting comfortable.
You brought the pay window.
Yes.
Yeah, I went to the pay window too many times. Now I got a cup of coffee.
You're like the lady, like I got my Cavatier right here.
Right here.
Cup
of coffee.
Jeez.
Pinkies out, baby.
Oh my God.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my God. Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Don't have to clean up. The Roomba already ran today.
Not the Roomba.
Jeff already did his work today.
But no, I get more comfortable in wrestling. Like it's fun. Like honestly, like we can have characters in wrestling, but some people are just personalities. Some people are just, just themselves really cranked up to 100.
As long as you're having fun out there.
I had so much fun. Let me tell you something, Sorg. I was just honestly fucking around at Queerdom doing my match, and was like, "Oh, you can take it seriously." I took it seriously, but I was having fun out there. Yeah. And all of a sudden, like, oh my God, Zeke Mercer is amazing. You're like, what's going on, guys? I'm getting trolled.
Hey, it's platforms. That's what you got to do, and it's really important. And we it's definitely something that we try to tell the youngins out there is like, get out of your skin, get out of your comfort zone. Everybody needs to do that, and this is not just even wrestling. Because the greatest thing for any of us has been to get out there and get different jobs and work with different groups. Whether it be you in wrestling, me and my colleagues in production. Our friends in commentating. Like it's great to see. The Pittsburgh wrestling isn't just Pittsburgh wrestling. Like you guys are everywhere.
People were surprised I came from Pittsburgh. They're like, "You're from Pittsburgh?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Did people ask if you know Lee Moriarty?
One person did. I was like, "Yeah, I do." There's a lot of people I know.
Yes. So.
And they're like, "What?" I'm like, look it up. Look, he's from Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But no, check out the photo I just sent to you, Sorg.
Well, where'd you send me that?
On the Facebook.
All right, I'll check out the Facebook here real quick.
That photo is like the funniest thing to me.
All right, we'll pull it up. Well, hold on.
I think for a lot of people at that show at Queerdom show, that was like their first wrestling show.
Really? Well,
like,
New Hampshire. There's not a lot,
like,
right?
It was crazy.
All right, look at this. Is this you in the crowd there?
Oh yes.
Yeah. You look.
Oh yes.
You look like you're having a good time.
I'm having a great time.
Well, that's going to be the show photo.
Hope people know that I still could not see where I was.
You can't see the beautiful.
Everyone was like, "How are you doing this?" Like, I'm just toffing it right now. That's why I call it toffing it. Like, if you never watch Avatar,
toffing it?
Toff. You know how Toff?
I remember Toff.
You know how she operates through the world with the vibrations.
Wasn't she blind and shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you don't think I don't know where
Zeke
you
is
are
blind
in that ring based on what noise you
That's why
make?
you're talking about being an Earth. Okay.
Earthbender.
Okay, Earthbender.
I know where you are in that ring just because you walked around it. If you walk inside, like, I know exactly where you are.
You're like daredeviling that shit.
I am. But that's how I used
You're a really good lawyer.
That's how. Oh no, actually, I'm pretty.
Sorry, Lawless.
I'm not as good as Lawless. I'll admit, because I've listened to conversations like, damn, you're really good, like scary good. Like I don't want to be on any opposition from him, ever. Because I've heard. Look. If you
he
give
does
up,
high profile shit.
Look, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm like I don't know what. Like I can solve a crime. I don't want to like be in the courtroom.
That's right.
Like,
That's right.
like
right.
if he's on a defense, I'm good. Like I don't want to. I'm good. But yeah, I might toss it out there, and no one believes me until I put on my glasses, and I'm like, yes.
They're still not as the bottom, the bottle, Coke bottles that Steve comes in. But like I didn't even know that was like, I've met people like without their mask, without their makeup before, but nobody was so separated from that character as when I met Crazy Steve. Like,
I got a few people who
crazy.
do not act the same when they're like not in not in the zone.
Oh, there's like when you have that mask, when you have that mask face paint kind of situation, like that's a whole different.
I've recently learned about a alternate character called Jester.
Wait, you just found out about Jester?
Just found out.
No.
And I've heard like the greatest shit. And I'm not saying
what?
I'm not saying who it is, like who's Jester.
I think we know who it is.
I mean,
we talked about Jester on the show.
All I'm saying is, if I could see it one more again, like I've never saw it, but I won't say it. Can I see it? I want to see it in action.
Yes.
Because the way people have talked about this character, dude. If Queerdom runs a Queerdom team, like, we have to get Jester.
Get Jester. Can we also bring in T Rantula as his partner again?
I
don't know if T Rantula will hang out at Wrestle Queerdom, but I'm not aware.
Well,
but he is I think a real biker. So whatever that is plays. So.
But Jester, what I've heard about Jester was like great stuff. So I'm like, I need to see it. I need to see it one day. Before they stop wrestling, whenever that will be. I was like, one time, just one time. I'll wrestle.
Somebody book it. Zeke Mercer versus the Jester.
Do it.
Yes.
I'll work it.
You'll work.
We'll make it fun.
That's great. All right, Zeke. I think we need to wrap this up here.
You telling me to go home?
Get out. You know we're gonna bullshit for 2 hours after the show like we usually do.
And then I hit the pay window, right?
Yeah, you paid to give none in this show.
Well,
There's no pay window on this show.
Hold on.
Just there he goes. He's out.
I was gonna say, Zeke, you getting paid? Because I've been
goddamn-
doing this a long time.
He's getting the contract.
And the most I've gotten are these fucking headsets.
I did send you a headset.
Tax write-off.
I did send you a headset. I think I'm legally not allowed to pay Mike, actually. So,
Sure. Yeah, that's the reason.
We are equal opportunity employee here at Sorgatron.
Exactly. We don't pay anybody.
Oh,
I don't give a shit who you are.
That reminds me of a certain diamond.
Well, to be clear, Sorgatron Media doesn't pay anybody. Sidekick pays anybody. Or anybody? Yeah.
Sidekick pays everybody.
Everybody. The problem is, Mad Mike, you don't work for Sidekick. You work for Sorgatron Media.
Yeah,
and
I
we
know
have
that.
no money.
Well, Sorg,
that's
because Sorg, I am nobody's sidekick.
Jeez.
Turns out this has been Mike's show this whole time, even before he was on it. Zeke Mercer, what did you learn from wrestling this week?
Hold on. Let's not act like by the time you guys started reading MySpace messages that my content didn't take up half the show.
First of all, I wasn't allowed on MySpace.
What? Yeah, because you were like 4.
No, I was 8.
No.
Get it right.
Still.
No, my 8.
Yeah, Zeke, I think if you don't know 8 people, you're not old enough to have a MySpace.
I know about the top 8.
I know, but if you don't know 8 people, you're not allowed to have a MySpace.
That's true.
And you were 8 at the time, so you know.
I knew about 40 people by the time I was 8 years old. Let me tell you something. I was a very popular kid. Not really. I was a troublemaker kid. Everyone knew me. I didn't know anyone else. No one wants to believe it, but I was a troublemaker kid. Anyone who was around when I was like from between ages of 6 and like 15, dude, I was such an asshole.
Zeke, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
To fucking enjoy wrestling. God damn it.
Wow.
Just enjoy it.
Wow.
Like, gosh. Like, some people would bring you
Gosh darn it.
Some people would bring you something fun to watch. Just watch it.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, we're not perfect. And everything's gonna be right on the first try. We are all human. Unless you're Chris Statlander and you're the alien working in a roster full of humans. But
she's not an alien anymore.
Yeah, she's just from Long Island. Which is, roughly the same.
I wouldn't say that.
I would.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm a New Yorker. I would.
I won't say that.
I've dated someone from Long Island.
Oh. They give you the woo woo woo.
No.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's the only person we know from Long Island that's like super
you don't want to know what the crop circles mean.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Christ.
Okay.
I don't even know what that means. I'm just making a joke.
Either way, just enjoy wrestling. Watch what you want to watch.
Gosh dang it.
Gosh darn it. Watch some goddamn
Bring it down for
wrestling.
the kids. Bring it down for the kids, yeah.
Enjoy some heckin' wrestling.
Enjoy wrestling. It's just a form of entertainment, guys. It's not that deep. Go touch some grass. Drink some water. And just enjoy some wrestling. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. I'm going to get people going to hate it, but some people are going to love it. Go touch some grass. Go drink some water. Go watch some wrestling.
No mercy, Zeke Mercer.
No mercy, Zeke Mercer.
There you go.
Fuck your feelings.
From the chat room, Tina.
You just stuck that in right at the end.
Heel turn, baby.
I'm
sorry.
Zeke, are you gonna have a new furniture called the FYF?
Fuck.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yep. So you gave me.
Yeah, there you go.
So what did you give me so far? You call. I got a move call. Now I gotta make pay window a move.
Pay
Now
window.
I got FYF.
Yep. The clothesline from Zell.
The clothesline from Zell. Oh, he gave you a gimmick with those three moves. I'm about to tear up.
Some of that goes. Some of that goes with that other gimmick we were selling. You on
That's
before.
true. That's true.
Legitimately though, someone needs to use the clothesline from Zell.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Because, like, honestly,
Oh.
that's one of the best.
I have this.
things
I have.
ever.
I have this opponent. I have this opponent that I'm wrestling in the future, pretty soon actually.
I mean, something
And I'm definitely hitting the clothesline from Zell. And I'm gonna make sure that I tag you, brother. And I'm gonna, and you better retweet it. And I want to. You better not slander me for my movie taste no more.
Yeah. Hey, I think I like this deal.
I'll still watch the movies. You just can't slander me on them.
Yes.
Is that fair? If I hit this clothesline from Zell, it can be on anybody.
Mike,
It's coming up.
It's
coming up.
I think you got to take the deal on this one. You want to name it? You want to name a move used in wrestling, or you want him to watch Blazing Saddles and give him shit for it? I don't know.
I'm still gonna watch Blazing Saddles.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm still watching Blazing Saddles.
I will not. I
settle
will
this.
no longer give you shit for it if you hit the clothesline from Zell. However, I cannot speak for Ronnie or Todd.
That's fine. I'm just saying you're the instigator here.
There you go.
He's like, yep, I am.
I mean,
well.
Come
I like
on.
It. I like it.
It just hurts me.
I'll still watch it.
me.
I'm not saying I'm not
I
going to
know.
watch it. I'm going to
I
still
know.
watch it.
I just want you to enjoy good things.
I'll live stream it on Twitch. Just my reaction.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
Literally,
Make it happen.
because you didn't you say that to me on Twitter? Like, why don't you do that?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
I'm
should.
going to do it. Why
Do
not?
it. Do it. Make it so. Make it so. From the chat room. Okay, make sure nothing's getting snuck in there. Tina says, what I've learned, definitely to keep an eye on NXT as it's picked up given tonight's event. Okay. Ponder says, I learned having multiple good national promotions running at the same time is weird but positive. I don't know, like the late 90s?
I'd argue WCW wasn't good.
I will agree to
20
disagree.
minutes of every Nitro was good because it was a cruiserweight match.
Yeah, they kept me. They kept me for a while. They kept me there for a while. So, but also anyways, Mike, what'd you learn this week?
What did I learned a lot from Zeke. No,
Right?
Didn't we all?
I learned about the pay window.
I learned about the pay window.
I'll teach you about the business.
I turned about.
I'll teach you about the business.
Okay, so I saw this GIF pop up, and it's from an old WWE 24. It's a really stupid GIF of what's her name? Dana Brooke and Sonya Deville getting ready for a match, and like Dana's joking around, and she's helping Sonya rub lotion on her legs.
Oh.
And Roman Reigns is driving in a golf cart, and he pulls up, and he's just like, what?
What?
He's giving the look, and that's what I learned. I learned what the tribal chief has to acknowledge.
He's like, wait a minute, hold up. What's going on here? This ain't wrestling. No one's acknowledging me. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was one of the WWE 24s from New Orleans. It's the funniest clip because they're in the middle of a hallway and he's driving from one area to the other.
Yeah.
Did you share this?
He just pulls up. Like it was a random tweet I saw, and it's like I learned what the tribal chief has to acknowledge. I'm like, yeah, it sounds about right.
That's probably why he's mad. He saw some wild shit backstage. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. People acknowledge me. Look what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what happened.
Jeez.
Oh, okay. Hold on. It was from Wrestling Humble.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat so you guys can see.
Thank you.
Sorg, what did you learn for wrestling this week?
I just forgot half the things I
You can
remembered.
say you can steal Mike's answer. Say you learned about the pay window.
I learned about the pay window.
You tell me.
I did learn about the pay window. I learned about. I think I learned a lot this week. I learned about Elias's extended family and how it's a great Blink-182 cover, thanks to Mike. I learned.
And thanks to Pat McAfee, we learned you don't fuck around with Ernie Jr.
No, you do not. No, you do not. Jeez. I learned, you know how you get my attention on an NXT show? When Triple H himself tweets a match-by-match preview.
How great was that?
That was, like, Mike sent me this, and let me see if I can send this again. You tagged me in it.
Yeah, it was a whole thread. I
Yeah.
didn't, like, I saw that. I'm like, oh, this is Sorg's way in. This is, like, literally talking you into the building via a tweet thread.
It really is. It really was. And when Papa H is sitting there talking about and the matches and Triple H, if Triple H is gonna sit there and sell me on wrestling, I will listen. Okay, like I'm sorry, like that's just, this is the thread here.
Honestly, I'd love to see him do it every week.
I would too. I mean, it was a big show, so I understand. Consistency is a characteristic of any great performer. Carmelo has been just that. As you know, I'm like, did he write these? You know, or did
I'm
he
sure he did.
dictate these?
Well, I mean,
or...
and not for nothing, Carmelo Hayes has been the standout in NXT 2.0.
Yeah.
Like, Carmelo Hayes is a future world champion easily.
I don't think he wrote these. I keep looking at him.
I bet he did.
But I don't know. There's a lot going on there. I think he dictated them to a social media person probably, but
okay.
but still, just there's, I don't know. I just can't imagine Triple H being a good Twitterer and pulling all the pictures and everything.
Someone said I was good at Twitter, and I think they're lying to me, but
I don't know. What have you been doing on Twitter lately?
I don't know.
You're
but
just
for
like,
some reason,
you're like, I don't know.
But like after that Queerdom show, I really got like a lot of followers. Like,
I think that's the thing too. Probably that you use it, and you're not like, oh, I don't Twitter. And it was like, you're in professional wrestling. You need to fucking learn how to use Twitter.
I literally get booked,
you know.
I literally got booked because of Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Like people think like, oh, Zeke, how you doing? It's like I'm literally Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally getting people booked. You don't believe me?
You
don't believe
I don't
me?
think people understand anything that has eyeballs on it that you can get somebody's attention.
Dude, it is crazy. Crazy.
You know, like that's the thing. So
I think especially Kid Bandit blew up because of Twitter.
Well, Kid Bandit is interesting, right? Because they were on Dark.
Yep.
And then
for
me, I'm like, I followed. I'm like, oh, this, like, you're one of the most interesting people they put in there. I'm gonna follow you. And then, like, you learn so much about Kid Bandit that you were like did not expect, you know. And so that was a door. I mean, honestly, I think that's a door into that community that a lot of people just like, wow, look at this guy that looks like a hair like a fucking Dragon Ball Z character or something, right? And because I remember that's a big thing I think they commented on, right? There was another one with big hair too, but
when Kid Bandit dresses masculine, it's like it has a cool like anime look,
right?
And then when they dress feminine, they're like, what I love about when Kid Bandit dresses feminine, wears a skirt and everything, is that y'all forget that Kid Bandit legit did martial arts. I think also
right.
So like, so when they kick like people in the chest, oh, it's like for real. Like I can hear it. Like I, as a martial artist, looking at it, like
you know it. Yeah.
Like oh, that sucks. I can tell.
Yeah. Jeez.
I was like, yeah, probably. I wish someone would actually try. Like, I wish someone like some like poor misguided homophobe tries to fight Kid Bandit. all I'm saying is that I'm screaming World Star and recording with the flash on. Like I'm doing my part because I know Kid Bandit does not need backup. If there's more than two people, I'll jump in. But it was just some poor misguided, not even poor, just dumb homophobic dude tries to fight Kid Bandit. I'm just gonna let the camera roll. I'm letting the camera roll.
It's gonna be like that one where the dude headbutted him.
Mm-hmm.
The big scary dude from
Joe Black.
A couple months ago. Yeah, Joe Black, right?
Sometimes you gotta let the camera roll. You gotta let it happen. Some people just need their ass kicked, and you just gotta let it happen. That's I believe that personally. That's what I learned from wrestling. Some people just need their ass kicked.
I don't think I said it like this, but Siri on my watch pulled up scary black man TV tropes for some reason.
Oh, Joe Black definitely.
Siri, and it pulled it back up. What the fuck is happening?
That's all I'm trying to say. If someone's trying to fight Kid Bandit, I feel bad for them. I'm like, I don't want to. You shouldn't. So if someone's like, you think I should fight Kid Bandit? I'm like, and you will die.
Yes.
They will rock.
I pulled the stand-up clip up, and it's fucking hilarious.
They
by the
will
way.
rock Lee you. They will. I bet they have ankle rates somewhere. There are ranks on them, and they'll take that shit off, and you cannot see them once them shit.
Zeke Mercer.
Oh, so it's gonna be like Goku at the World Tournament where he takes off the weight.
Facts. Or just like Rock Lee when he faces Garza. Just that whole moment.
Zeke Mercer, if people want to ask you about Kid Bandit's kicks, your travels to the New England, or anything else about the pay window, where can they find you online?
Just type in Zeke Mercer on Twitter. Literally, I'll pop up now. I don't have to give out the username no more.
Yeah,
This isn't crazy now.
Yeah.
So just type in literally Zeke, Zeke Mercer. If you spell Mercer, for the love of God.
Easy enough of a name.
Hopefully. Same thing with Instagram. You'll literally see my face.
Yep.
I have literally done this multiple times over that weekend. Just type in Zeke Mercer, and like, holy shit, you actually pop up. Go on Google, type in Zeke Mercer. You'll see all my socials. I'm not even joking.
I'll get to it right now.
Just do it.
Well, son of a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Oh look. He even pops up with your pronouns in the headline.
Yep.
That's because I'm official, motherfucker. I'm for real. I'm for real.
Thank you, Zeke. Zeke, has been so much fun. Mad Mike 483 on the Twitter. Oh, I'm trying to close the show. It's so fucking long.
Also, for anyone that's interested in the sports ball, specifically the fantasy sports ball, Mayhem Fantasy Football is opening soon. We have some spots open. We need to get to an even number. So if anyone's interested, there's a link on our Facebook group. Please hop in.
Yes.
It's a good time. And legit, you have a chance to win an actual belt.
Yeah, there is. Shit. Yeah, there's a real belt.
We have a belt.
Yeah, it's
How mad would you be if I know Jack's daily squat about like football and I won a belt?
Zeke, honestly,
you want in?
Dude,
get in.
Zeke,
I suck at like. Is it fantasy football like for real? Like money online for real?
No money.
No, just the belt.
No money.
Just the belt.
Just the belt?
No money. Just shit talk.
Yeah, lots of shit talk.
I could do that.
It infects the show every once in a while.
There would be a week where you'd be up against Matt Carlin's son.
Mark Carlin's who?
His son.
Oh, I can't talk shit to a kid.
No, yes you can.
Yeah, you can. Oh no. You will want to.
Oh no.
I don't know if I will.
Not only will you want
you will want to.
He will mess around with you.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
the kid is.
How old is the kid?
He's probably 11 by now.
Oh,
yeah,
I don't
11,
know about
12, somewhere in there.
And he was a 15-year-old.
Also,
it's great.
He'll and depending on how it goes, he may book you for Mason Mania.
Yep.
Seriously? I'll get booked.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I just typed in my name on Twitter, on Google just to see what he was talking about. I was like, yeah, you're right. My pronouns do pop up.
Even the Zeke Mercer story on PW Mania pops up.
There you go.
Damn.
I forgot he did that too. Yeah.
Dude.
Jim LaMotta, what a guy.
Guys, Jim LaMotta.
Thank you so much. At Sorgatron on the Twitter. Edward the Goat saying, signing off here. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.